Okay. Hey, hi everybody. I know it's been a while. It's another episode of Candace Michelle Views where I give my opinion of what I am viewing on any mainstream media platform you can think of. So yeah, it's been a while. So how's everybody doing? I've been hanging in there. If you're concerned, I've been hanging in there. I don't want to say I've been doing good. So I'll just say that I've been hanging in there. Do you like my little hat? I did get this from Tumu. Cause you already know how I'm giving it up with them duplicates. Okay? Y'all already know how I'm giving it up with them duplicates. Listen, if they could duplicate humans and consider them better than the real original people, then I could buy duplicate name brand and consider this better than the actual name brand. I mean, do y'all see the math in that? Y'all see the science that I came up with that? Um, yeah. So got my little Lover Boys hat from Tumu, $8. I know when you get it actually in the store, they want like a hundred to 200. I've seen some of them more than $200. And literally, Tumu sells exactly the same hats for $8. And as you can see, it's very much worth $8. Like, is you fucking shitting me? But anyway, if y'all, do y'all. If you got it, do what you want to do. Even if I had it, them immigrants ain't ripping me off no more. Like, that's not happening. So yeah, we're gonna pay the right price. We're gonna pay the right price and let everybody else just live in the illusion that they are doing something. If you do want to buy the original, like the actual brand, it would make sense if you wear the item a lot. I do not wear my items a lot. So I learned a very hard lesson spending a lot of money on things that I was like, dang, I would like to wear it, but it's like last year. It's like 5 years ago. It's like 10, so because I'm constantly changing out my look and doing like a look, it really doesn't matter if it's the original or duplicate to me because I'm not going to consistently wear it. Probably wear it once or twice. But if you're planning on wearing the crap out of something, then go for the original, the authentic one, because it will last longer. You know what I'm saying? It will be more durable for a lot of wears. But for something like this, like I feel like if I do a lot of like trying to get it cleaned and stuff like that, it will start to tear and get lit and ball, because it's not the kind of material that is like durable. So anyway, you guys should already know by now, because if you haven't seen the police, they have been taking. I don't know if they're locking them up or they're just taking the merchandise of the duplicate, they or fake, whatever you want to say. But I mean, I don't consider it fake if they are locking people up for it. Like if it's illegal, that means that they're giving out some good quality shit, and it's kind of beating the authentic competitor. So of course they're taking legal action. So that means that they doing something right. The duplicates are doing something right because they are literally taking legal action on them. But anyway, it's up to you guys. I feel like this is worth the $8. Everything looks exactly the same. I just would say like this, the sign should be a little bit bigger. The sign is a little bit flimsy. The material is a little different, but still worth it. I got my buck. What do they say? Like you get your buck bang for your buck, whatever. I got my money's worth. From what I feel. But anyway, how is you guys? I like to tell y'all about my little finds that I feel like if it was like I got some stuff that I did not keep. Like I would throw some stuff away or take like little symbols. Sometimes I take like a symbol off, like if it's like a life, like a medal or something like of a name. I'll use it. But if it doesn't look like a good enough quality, I actually throw those things away. And I don't, and that it doesn't happen often. It happens probably like once. I think it happened like once or twice so far. And it was like what the, it was literally looked like it was worth 20, like I spent $25 on like a Chanel bag or something, and it was like, okay, I'm not. So I think with certain things, just make sure like if you are getting it. But did you see how Chanel is selling some of their bags for 270, like $277 or like close to three? I was like, since when? And this is like authentic, like on the website. They were like, oh, these bags are being reduced to like $277. And I'm like, the cheapest Chanel, and this is regular size medium bags. And the cheapest you can get a medium size bag is like close to what, 1,500 or something like that. And they reduced it down to that amount because they literally see is no point in trying to spend $2,000 on a bag that people are selling for 150, and you really can't tell the difference unless you're like digging all in it, testing the material, so they understand that in order for them to get some sales, and they're gonna have to bring them prices down. And even though they're bringing it down to $277, I still will buy the duplicate for 150. Unless it's something special, I'm going for the duplicate all the time. We're gonna go for the best price because it's all a rip off anyway. It's all retail priced. I want to talk about my last live since I've been here. A lot of stuff has been going on. Have y'all seen how much money they've been making off of me? Like, let's be honest. Like, everything that I've been saying about my live, like, everything I've ever been saying has came to fruition. Remember, I was saying people were sex slaves and, all they doing is bothering underage girls and blah, 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 blah. And this person was trying to kill me. And now you see, none of that shit was a joke, right? You see, all that shit was like reality, right? Like, y'all literally see it now, right? Since now I guess like the open case for it is about closing now. It's like some type of act, an adult surviving adult act or whatever that's now coming to a close. Now everybody's like putting in their last bid because they were sex slaves. They were they were drugged out. They were all these. They were getting threatened with their lives. Told y'all, I literally said that. I'm like, bro, they all sex slaves. Like, bro, I was saying all this stuff, all paranoid, because I felt like, who the hell is gonna even believe what I'm saying? Because like, I'm not like nobody, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never got past any tests to be a part of anything, to be like, oh, well, I saw her here. No, I never passed any tests, or, because they definitely test you. They definitely try to make you do things. But, and that's being shown too, right? That they all have done all these weird things. And it's like, why would all these celebrities get pinned for a lot of the similar charges that they're getting pinned for? And it's like, duh, because you literally got to initiate. You gotta initiate yourself in there, and literally, I'm pretty sure it's like the same task. Like, they're gonna give you the same task. Like, hey, you gotta go do this, or hey, you gotta, and of course, it's gonna be recorded, blackmailed. That's why whenever it was time to come out, everybody has all this evidence. It's like y'all been sitting on this for 20 something years because of the contracts. Some of these people, NDAs are up. You see how Cassie renewed her contract. She renewed it. I do want to show y'all some pictures. I like to talk, but I have so much. That's why I don't really come up here, because I have like a lot in my phone. But it's like it would be very much easier to have it already uploaded. So when I'm talking my stuff about what I'm saying, I can have like literally articles to back it up. But it's like I gotta dig for it in here and then like show you, like, so it's very annoying. I know I've been telling y'all I've been working on a PC. I was gonna get like a cheap PC. Turns out I can't get, like, certain things can't be cheap. Like, especially like electronics and stuff like that. Like, you could try to use like a little, them AirPods, like how like iPads, I think they call it like templates or something, like the cheap little template. I tried to get like a template. No. Templates is not the move. Like, it ain't nothing compared to no iPad. Like, the quality of getting, like, surfing the net, and the quality of, like, having the, like, shifting the windows and having everything upload at a certain speed, you gotta spend your money, and you gotta have good quality, so you don't have to run into issues like what I'm running into in this laptop. This laptop is an HP. When I had my MacBook, it got old. Like, and then this is the next laptop that I bought, which was HP. I didn't want to spend my MacBook was like close to like 1,500, a little bit more. I was like close to $2,000. So I knew I was going to drop that much on a laptop again once my last laptop went out. So I got this HP, and it's not that expensive. But you see why it's important to get something of quality, because like this laptop has been giving me issues ever since I started YouTube. Like, it wasn't giving me no issues before when I was doing general work with like my job and stuff. But once I got YouTube, like all of a sudden, mad issues. A lot of like slow. It's very slow. It wants me to purchase stuff to upgrade. And I'm like, what's the point of upgrading this when, this is something that was going to be in between. But anyway, the point is, I was going to get a PC so I could have a better way to show y'all what I be talking about. I do all this talking. I want to show like articles to back it up, but it's gonna have to continue to wait because I want something more quality. I kind of know what I want already too. It's Apple or whatever, and it's a little bit more expensive. So hopefully, soon I will get it, but it's definitely not gonna be this month. Maybe next month or two. I'll figure it out. But I got a lot of other things too. And it's like always something that comes up, and it's like never like cheap stuff. It's like something that comes up that gotta come first. I think everybody like has those issues where like you had your eyes set on like something for like $200, $300. I'm gonna buy this, and then boom, a bill or something that's more important. Your car, something happens, and it's like now the $300 gotta go to this first. It's like you say the $300 for something, and it's like God knew that you say that you need to say that 300. You thought you were saving that $300 for those shoes, but God knew that He wanted you to say that $300 for those shoes because boom, this came up, and that's really what you were saving the money for. Like you find out at the time you saved the money that it was really for this. It wasn't for them shoes. Like it was for this. This bill got to come first or whatever. So that's kind of like my issue right now. My issue right now is I got a lot of other things going on, and I gotta attend to that first, and then everything else is gonna fall into place. Cause I already told you I got like the top devil on my back, like the top. They sent the manager. They sent the conference manager. They sent the devil's conference manager at me, and I'm trying to like rebuke all of that, and it's messy, but it's gonna happen because ain't nobody more powerful than what the fuck I'm powered with batteries in my motherfucking back. Like I'm telling you, they don't even have a commercial for the battery that be in my back. So I'm not really concerned, but it is a lot. It's getting messy, and I'm gonna handle that. That's what people need to know. It's gonna get handled. But anyway, yeah. And during the holiday times, you would think it'd be much cuter, but I'm telling you, everything is canceled this year for me. Everything is canceled, and because I feel like they rushed this year anyway. I feel like this year was rushed. I feel like it's no way in hell I'm turning another, I'm not gonna count another age on my year for my birthday this year because I feel like this is a fake year. Like it's only half the year. I feel like they somehow condensed the year in 6 months without it being in. They did it somehow. I don't know how they did it, but somehow they condensed this 12 months into 6 months. It's really half the time. So I'm not counting this year. I'm not counting no birthday. I'm canceling. Everything is canceled. And I'm going to continue on next year like this was one whole year. Because they speeding shit up on me. And I don't like that. I don't like how they speeding age on me. And I'm like, no way. I'm not turning that age this year. I'm turning that age next year. I feel like it's more appropriate next year I turn that age. Or maybe I'm just trying to not turn another decade. Like I am not going. I feel like I'm just not. I'm not going to that decade. I'm just not. Like, I'm not going. I'm not going to 4-0. And I'm not going to 4-0 this year. But I ain't going to 4-0 next year because I'm telling you, I'm condensing all this shit together. We're going to put all this together and we're going to make this one year. So that's just what I'm doing. And I feel like people are doing whatever they want. So I'm going to do the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my own little Gregorian calendar and follow my time, my father time. and how I feel like I'm aging. I'm gonna go according to how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, thank you for whoever's here with me. I know I'm so random, so I swear I really appreciate whoever is keeping up with me. God bless y'all. God bless me. And if you here with me, God gonna bless y'all because I got y'all. You feel me? So that's where we at. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming to see me, and eventually it's gonna radiate. I swear the good luck does pour. Like for some reason, it does. God gives me good luck, but not for me. He gives it to me to distribute out. Cause I be thinking like, Dad, you give me all this good luck. Is this for me? And then I see that my life has no good luck. So it's like, bro, I have all this good luck, but it's not. I'm not being able to cash it in. Why give me all this good luck? And he said, for you to pass on to others. So, I said, it's okay. I'll do that. And hopefully once I'm done passing it out, he will reward me when my job is done, because right now it's like anyway, but yeah, hopefully it reflects onto y'all as he wants me to do, and then I will get rewarded in the end. But thank you so much for being here with me in my randomness. But I try to keep it. Sometimes I want to come up on a different day when I feel like it. But I feel like because I'm so random, I want to keep it on Sunday evenings so people could kind of catch me. I don't want to be too random. But hopefully once I get like a better system, a better everything that's going on, better situation, um, it will be of like how like they could put up. I could put up and say, hey, I'm coming up at this time. You know how like I think it's like the settings where you could set up your video and you could literally see like it says, oh, you're gonna come up. I could do that, but I don't do that because I literally don't know if it's gonna come up. So it's like surprise, you know. But I don't want to keep doing that because I know that that's annoying. But thank you for whoever's still working with me. Thank you, Grant Gander, for being here. Yisan, you always here. Hey, Yisan. Smiley E, thank you for being here. Anybody else that's here? Okay, so it's just y'all. It's us three. But and Angel Face. Okay, I don't want to miss you, Angel Face. You always here as well too. But hopefully people can watch the playback. It's gonna be up. So anyway, so the topic today is, do you believe in magic? And yes, I'm going off of the McDonald's commercial, like when he's like, "Do you believe in magic?" And I hope you do. So and then the clown proceeds to show kids the back door, like the clown shows like an open door to like a secret location. Like we should have known like this scary clown taking a bunch of ethnic kids, because most of these kids at McDonald's was ethnic at the time, eating that food. It was like some white clown with red hair, taking the kids to like some secret location in the back of like McDonald's with a secret door. We should have already known how pedophile these companies are, right? Like so creepy. But anyway, I just wanted to make it that topic because I'm just like, it had to been some type of magic going on, right? For everyone to keep saying like, oh, black magic and this magic and you would Harry Potter magic. You know what I'm saying? They're always talking about this magic, right? So I'm just wanting to know, like, do you believe in magic, and what kind of magic you think is going on? Because we've never actually seen any magic in person. Like no one's never shown us no actual real magic unless it's like in the movies with special effects, which we know is artificial intelligence magic, right? So that shouldn't count. That kind of artificial intelligent magic shouldn't count. But at some point it had to be some type of magic going on for everyone to have these kind of like magic concepts like Wizard of Oz with how the wizard is able to, and just having wizards and witches throughout our history. Like, I just wanted to kind of have people insight on what kind of magic is being done, and what, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think it's like with a wand? Do you think it's like just, to me, I think most magic that they're talking about, it does somewhat exist, but they have not shown us this magic. We have not even yet to see the magic that the Harry Potter is talking about, that the black magic that, that some of these Haitians really believe in. They super believe in that. Dominicans, those people that knows a lot about history. They have a lot of the history information. So it's like, did they steal this format, and what does it consist of? Like, because I feel like we have not seen it as of. I think they're hiding it, and they have not shown us that kind of magic at all. And I believe that the magic is somewhat has something to do with whatever is at the bottom underneath what we got going on here. Because we all know that whatever we see up on the surface ain't got nothing to do with what's going on all the way down here. So I believe that it was a lot of some type of magic stuff going on, where that's how we were able to get this precision of these tunnels, because these tunnels and everything, all that stuff that's been buried and hidden from us, and even some of the stuff that they kept us seeing on the surface that comes out the ground. It's not something that they can really explain how it happened. So we got to understand that whatever kind of tools that they use to do it, they don't want to show us those tools. They don't want to show us that kind of technology. I'm pretty sure they know how to fucking do it, because this whole world, I could say this world, because it's a lot of areas that has the same architecture, like in South America, in France, and stuff. Like, they have this in Australia. They have the same kind of architecture, right? So this means that this magic has been done all over the world, and it's like a technology, a tool, like some type of laser. Who knows what kind of tool it is? But they don't want nobody to have it, because they could literally probably still build the way how they used to build, but then they have to break out those tools. They have to, the people that's working on it, the labor people that they have, will have to visually see these tools. So instead of continuing to build like landmark kind of infrastructures that will last and sustain in bad weather, whether it's flood, this and that, these infrastructures will stay in place. They're like, oh, instead of doing that, we gotta hide this technology. We gotta hide this magic. They can't get their hands on it. We gotta have that power. I think that's the power. When they be like, I got the power, or whatever. I feel like that's the power. Whoever got hands on that technology, on that magic, is why they are still in that 1% rulership, right? Because if those people are out the rulership, then that technology, that information could be lost forever, right? So that's really important. I do believe in magic, because at the end of the day, and I don't think it's like magic, like bippity boo, like in like a cinema reference. I don't think magic of like cinema reference. I think magic of like the energy of that radiates, that energy from the sun, or whatever energy, that this magnetism, the way how everything pulls together, with like I don't know what to call it. I forget what word that is. But anyway, I do believe in magic in that sense of like the law, like the laws of when things like the apple falling. I forget what they like. I forget what they call it. But anyway, the laws of like whatever, when it falls or whatever. So it gotta be some type of magic in that energy, right? And they're not giving it to us. They're not explaining that to us, and that is like powering up the place, right? Everything needs power. So it's like, okay, that's the real magic. The real magic is that power switch. And they don't let us have any access to it. And I believe that most of the access to it is at the bottom, the seller point. And that's why everything from the basement down, cellar down, we don't have no access to that. Like they're like, no, no, we're not gonna give them no access to all that power and energy that's down there. And they built it up, and then we just have access to the energy that they tunnel to us through wires and things like that. But anyway, what do you guys think that this so-called magic is? Like the Harry Potter magic? Do you really think it's like animation magic, or do you think it's like real magic, like dealing with electricity, some type of energy, formatting, silver, copper, kind of like how like you put like a nickel, and then you put like an electric mag, and then it kind of like makes it spin. That's magic, right? So I think the magic is in that. The magic is in like things you can make shit move. Like you can make a spoon. Like really, like they doing that on purpose to like be annoying. Like, but anyway, yeah. So I just want to just try to maybe in the comments give me some insight on what do y'all think this magic is? This black magic, the this wizard magic, even trickling down to the voodoo and people putting curses on you, like put a root on you. Whatever you do, it's gonna be back on to you. Whatever you done to me is back to you. Like, what is all that? It gotta be something. And I don't have too much ideology on it because they literally keep it hidden. And then the stuff that they do give us, it's like, this is bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? Like the magic that we see, we don't never see no real magic. Like so, but I think for all the information that they giving us, all these witch movies, all this, it got to be some type of real magic that they're just not giving us. And I would love anybody's take on it. You know what I'm saying? Just give me some takes. Oh yeah, I know. This Grand Gander, they said the PC is doing some type of face recognition on me. It was never doing this before, and when it was doing this, I've been. Sounds like, do y'all see that? Like, I don't know why it's doing that. It's this computer is possessed. Okay, like they done took over this computer. I already know that they already are all up in this. So that's why I don't even care about this laptop. And when I get my PC, I'm gonna put like a lot of protection on it to try to prevent them from accessing my goddamn computer because they clearly are a part of this. They're like inside of it, causing viruses and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's why the fake recognition is just won't stop. It won't stop, and it's like something that it never did before. But it's been YouTube. It's like a whole nother laptop now. Ever since I've been doing YouTube videos. But and I can see why. They've been ripping me off left and right. Look at Netflix. Netflix put on a Super Mario's Brother movie. They got like a whole new Super Mario's Brother movie. Like everything that I ever talked about, they literally made a movie out of it, bro. If they just been selling nothing but like exactly the shows, exact same shows, exact same movies that I've been talking about. They everything that I say, like sex slaves, this and that. Now Cassie, like with Cassie, they said that Diddy watched her have sex with other men. Like he was making her have sex with other men, which I believe he does with Young Miami and other women. That's why he's like she was doing all that submissive. Put like Young Miami put her legs inside that contraption. So I guess people just go on and have that. But I've been told you that, and I told y'all also that I believe that they make money that way. Like that's how their money is fake, but that's how they make their like camaraderie incomes with people when they share their goods with the weird upper people. These people they're not gonna be hood dudes. These are gonna be like people like that guy, that Whitney Houston. What was his name? The guy that put Whitney Houston on. That old white guy. Like it's gonna be people like that having sex with Cassie. It's not gonna be like regular hood dudes that's chilling with Diddy. It's gonna be like upper executive, blah 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 blah, random weird, nasty white, whatever, Russian, whatever. It's gonna be a bunch of people that you would never touch and they could never touch, but yet they give all this access to these great little young girls. Da da da. And yes, and you think Cassie get money? No, Diddy gets the compensation, she gets the compensation to be with, that's just the way it works. You know what I'm saying? So I've been telling y'all that. I've been telling y'all that they dead sex slaves. Um, the people that's in charge are drug addict, mafia, corrupt people from day one. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're playing the role, they know how to be professionals for their jobs. That's it. They know how to stick to the script. Um, they're good at being professionals. Like, you know what I'm saying? But does that mean that they're like good people? Like, professionals, like, oh, they're so well put together. No, that is their jobs. Their jobs is to be professionals and look well put together, this and that. So when they steal all our money and have all these pizza parties and all these, it's like, do you really think that we're doing that? That's the kind of game they're gonna play. It's like, do it look like we're taking kids and doing coke? And it's like, bruh, the news said that y'all had kids and y'all doing coke in there. Like, the news said, even on the news, that the White House they found coke, bunch of coke, people names labeled, they got labelers labeling their coke in a bunch of underground tunnels and stuff. So it's like, what? So yeah, when they're taking all our tax money and doing whatever they want with it, they want you to look at it like, oh, we're professionals. Do you really think we're messing stuff up? Do you really think that we're wasting your money on parties? And it's like, yeah, you actually are. That's exactly what they're doing. It's no joke. It's like mockery. It's like, oh, we're not doing that, and they are doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people are already understanding what we're dealing with, because it's a lot of changes going on as far as celebrities trying to still do like little concerts, and you see that a lot of celebrities have to go to these concerts to make it seem like they have a full crowd. So it's like a lot of celebrities are pulling their weight to come to these concerts so it doesn't look empty. Like Beyonce. Beyonce had all these celebrities at every concert. So it could look like a big giant crowd sold out. And I'm not just saying Beyonce, because a lot of people are still retarded and they still think Beyonce is one person when she probably has 1,000 androids out here running around. Because one minute Beyonce looks fat and muscular in the neck, and then the next thing Beyonce looks skinnier, like, so I'm pretty sure she's running around with 1,000 androids playing the role as her, and people still think that this is like an actual person and that they're going to see when it's an android, it's a transvestite. That's playing, a queen, one of them queens that come and play the role of Beyonce, and people are still purchasing tickets to go. But like I said, a lot of other, like, say, other celebrities that's not like Beyonce, a lot of celebrities are going to their concerts, so it does not look as empty as it's probably looking, because a lot of people know that these people are federal agents, they're CIA agents, they're military based children, they're foster care government, and not just saying just foster care. They become indoctrinated with foster care. You don't have to be a part of foster care going far with them. You could be just a regular foster care kid and end up out of there or whatever. But some people see something in other kids and they take them upon the wing and they go on with doing other things with them. Like Krishan, as an example. I believe Krishan was born a boy. I believe that they make it all these so-called women have all these children really fast, like Cardi B, Sexy Red, because they're boys and they're trying to make you think, oh, they're not really men. Like, they try to throw you off with Sexy Red. Everybody could clearly see that's Young Thug, and that's why Young Thug has been in jail for so whatever, because he's playing another role. And they really know how to metamorphose into a similar, it's like they metamorph into something where it's like not them, but it's like, and then of course it could be prosthetics or whatever, or they literally know how to um transit, what do they call it, like a transfer. They really know how to transfer consciousness into an android or some shit like that that could be uploaded. But they try to throw you off with these kids that they have it out of nowhere. I don't believe somebody would be pregnant, jumping up all over the place, working 24/7 until they have the baby. This is what Krishan was doing. This is what the other ones are doing. They just jumping around like nothing's inside their stomach. Then the kid comes out with an issue and they act like they don't know how it happened. It's like, girl, you never sat down during your pregnancy. You never got pregnancy nose. You never got a fat looking. Some people, they have babies and they get all swollen, and it never happened for some of these people. So and sometimes I might think that they are having these kids and these are real women and stuff, but to me, I think that they're born hermaphrodites. They say I already done a lot of study on that hermaphrodite thing, where like 1 out of every 500 people are born in that situation, and they consider those people special. Like they're like, oh, it's so special for them to have this happen because it's a rarity. So when things go wrong with people, they try to act like there's something special about it, and it's like, okay, I guess like special ed kind of shit, like deformities. They celebrate deformities because that's what they come from. They are born out of deformities. Most of these people, like all of these animals that's in the wild in Africa or outside of America, all of these people, you got to understand that it's deformities going on. It's like they're coming from deformities. It's no going around it. It's no going around it. When you see a cat, it's like they have a cat. It's called something where they have like tiger paws, and when the cat comes out with tiger paws, it's like a deformity. Let me see. So you got to understand that if that's what they say about the cat, then you got to understand that most likely all of these animals that got these like thick, bigger, they're like bigger than they supposed to be. It's coming from deformities. Okay, it's like something's wrong with them. I forget what they call it, where a cat has like tiger feet, meaning it's called polydax cat. I don't know what the hell that means, but it's like a polydax cat. Where they have like thicker paws. It's like tiger paws. So they tell you that it comes from a deformity where the cat is having a deformity. Um, I don't know. You gotta find it. Why do cats have kangaroo feet? Yeah. So you see what I'm saying. So anyway, and we all know what happened in Australia. And you see how they tell you that the Aboriginals they're descendants from the Australians are the Aboriginals. So when people saying that they're Aboriginal, I hope now y'all don't even have to do no research. Just look at all the videos, because after I've been saying these things, they come out with educational videos that really buckle down on what the stuff I've been saying. I've never seen so many educational videos about the stuff that I was saying until after I said it. And then it's like so many videos about it, like the black people from Venezuela. That's a whole somebody did a whole video on that. No one was ever talking about these niggas from Venezuela. Everybody kept talking about like, oh, Spanish, 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 but no, they're literally black people that when originally when these people got kicked out, or let's just say that they just started to migrate. A lot of people started migrating. A lot of people start coming here and filling out. Once you start going past Mexico, and that's the desert. Once you start going to Las Vegas, Mexico, all that stuff, it starts to become you're starting to go in the desert. Okay, that's the desert. I know a lot of people think about the desert and they think about across seas and like like over there in Israel and blah blah blah, Africa, whatever. But the real desert that they talk about in history that everybody's walking and stuff like that is really California, Las Vegas, and Mexico. And that's why it's called like the Valley of Death or something like that, because a lot of death. And I showed y'all on that show on Netflix that was called Godless, how they murdered and cleaned house on the west side of America. On the west, you saw how they was piling them back. They killed a whole town. They were killing whole towns, like taking out everybody. And like some of the kids was able to go through the the underground traps to lead to another city. And it's obvious that we were being under attack a lot if you have to infrastructure your town with trap doors to lead you to a tunnel to lead you to another city, because that's how much attacks were happening to us. But as I told y'all, in the West, on the West side, they killed almost everybody. That's where like the Indian story, they talking about the West side. They really weren't able to do much with the East side because the East side does not have connections like the West side. The West side has the Bering Strait, Alaska, this and that, and then it also has Mexico going to South America and the Caribbean. So they had a lot of ways to every people could come at them every which way for attack. But for us, we can keep our backs up against the wall because it's not really no connections, it's nothing but water around the east of America. But anyway, all of that information has been discussed, but everything that I have discussed is like starting to become like, oh, real information that they act like they've been discussing. Y'all never was saying none of that stuff before. The history story never went the way how I explained it. But when I explained that history story, like how the effects of us going down to, the blacking of Cain, and then Cain going over to Asia, Africa, and then he loses his melanin and becomes white, obviously through harmful things that they were doing over there, whatever kind of things that they were doing that created the circus. That's when they came back with that circus. They had people with sharp teeth. They had females with um big boobs, big butt, which is like a thyroid issue. Usually you have those extra from thyroid issues and things like a thyroid glands issue. Like most of these things come from deformities. And they were displaying all these deformities in a circus at some point because this is the shit that they were trying to create over. They had what are those things called? Albinos in the circus. They had those crazy looking African with the teeth, and they had all kinds of like things, and a bearded woman, a bearded Turkish woman. We never seen no stuff like that before, so it's like, oh, the circus, but and the circus was based off of these wild animals, these big giant animals. This was them playing games with like DNA and stuff. Like they were literally across seas creating shit, men making shit, men. That's where that AI of the mountain, the AI mountain, whatever Moses going there, because um, it's all about them doing stuff that they weren't supposed to be doing, wicked stuff going on over there. Um, but anyway, and that's who's in control of us. All of these people survived. They lived. They have people that have the ancestors coming through and helping them look more regular. But a lot of people, they come out with children also that has the animal ancestors that where they have hair, and I have pictures of these deformities. Let's see if I can find them. I saw somebody that had like hair. They had bird hair coming out of their backs. Here we go, right here. This is feathers. This is feathers coming out of homeboy back, bro. That's not nothing human in your DNA should have feathers coming out of your back like that, right? Nothing of human DNA should have that. Then we got somebody that looked like a whole ant, like he had mad fur. He had mad fur all over his back, bro. I wish I could. That's why I don't know why I don't like. That's why I can't do it. I don't know why I take so many pictures like I'm a show because I don't never even show y'all because it's like so annoying. Look at the police. Look at the goddamn police. She over here doing TikTok. Y'all better not use my tax money on that shit. Do not use my tax money on no more training. Do not use my tax money on no more hiring. Like literally, like they don't do nothing. But the stuff that you really need them for, they're gonna come afterwards. When you be like, oh, well, what about somebody trying to kill you or somebody? They're not gonna come on time. They probably don't even come. And if they do come, you already gonna be done. Like they're gonna come and try to figure out what happened to you. They're not gonna come and save you. They're not gonna prevent you from whatever the hell you call the police for. When you trying to call police, police is not gonna prevent nothing. They're gonna come after the fact and hopefully figure out what the fuck happened to you. So yeah, don't use my money on them, okay? Just opt me out. Somebody was like, "Oh, happy Indigenous People Day." They was like, "Oh, happy Indigenous people," right? And these are supposed to be the Indigenous people, bro. These are supposed to be the Indigenous people right here. I can't find them now. These are the Indigenous people. Now these people know damn well they're not from no goddamn America. And they damn sure not the South. They damn sure not from the South. These are not the people that was in Virginia. You telling me these people was here in Virginia, in South Carolina, Tennessee? You think this is them? Georgia. They was from Georgia. Indigenous Day. Indigenous like what? Like trust me, these people right here don't know how to cook. No, when I researched, I said, what did they cook on Thanksgiving? Right? I'm like, what did they even cook on Thanksgiving? Right? Like, what did they cook? Let me Google it. I said, what did they cook on Thanksgiving? So they're gonna say that they most likely had roasted turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, candied yams. They said that they had candied yams. And greens. They had greens. Now, does that sound like something that those people I just showed you know how to cook? You telling me they know how to cook greens? Don't nobody know how to cook greens but black people. Yeah, even Caribbean people have a hard time cooking some greens. Even Caribbean people have a hard time cooking some greens. So only people that know how to cook greens is Negroes from the South. So who cooked those greens for those pilgrims? Who the hell cooked them green? When they said greens, I was like, they fucked up. You fucked up, right? You know you fucked up. You know you fucked up when you said they cooked you greens. Who cooking greens but us? We the only people gonna sit there and soak some greens for 3 hours with some turkey neck bone or some pork or some ham some turkey some ham, excuse me, some pork neck bones, excuse me, some pork neck bones or some turkey. I used to use pork neck bones here, but I prefer turkey neck bones. But now, as of a last couple years, I just been doing just the collard greens. I don't even put meat inside my collard greens no more. But I'm just saying, like, and they didn't say collard greens, but I know that they talking about collard greens because that's the only thing that really stands for greens is collard greens, or maybe mustard greens, possibly kale. But we don't really cook kale too much. That's preferably probably be it in a. I don't even know if kale even exists back then. I think that's man made. But collard greens, mustard greens, collard. Sometimes you can mix the greens. I don't really like my greens mixed. But once they said that they had greens cooked for them, I knew that they fucked up because ain't no Mexicans cooking greens. Ain't none of these, and then these indigenous people, they weren't Mexicans at the time. These were still Asians, and I believe these Asians were putting like oil, dark oil on their skin to make them look like they had a little bit of complexion to them. I don't think none of these indigenous people even had that color. I think that they were putting dirty oils, like henna or something like that to darken their complexion. But they weren't even Mexicans yet. These were Asians, migrating down, coming from wherever the hell they been. That's where when they became when they were like supposed to be in Mexico, it was called Toltec or something like that. They were called Toltecs people, and then Asians came down and they became Aztecs because they were now Toltecs mixed with Asian. called Aztecs, and these Aztecs become eventually Mexicans because more Asians kept coming, more Asians kept whitewashing down that mermaid. I call it the fish tail because it's in the shape of a mermaid tail. So going down that, and it's called the American something, whatever, right? And that's where we get the word American from because we're not M-E, American is like Amer. So we're not MERS. We're not MERS. That's Latin Spanish going towards South America. They're MERS, like Mercado. We're martyrs. We're martyrs. We're the market. MAR, Mars. Okay, we have masculine men. They have more feminine. It's a yin and a yang. Whatever we have, they have the opposite. Right? So and we don't even count the wastelands. Unfortunately for the wastelands, they're man-made people. They're man-made. I don't even understand how indigenous people, like those people that I showed y'all, these Asian, Aztec kind of like people that came here, I don't even know how they got the title of Indian when literally the Caribbeans have the title West Indian. You literally have the title of Indian in your names, right? You're considered West Indians, right? But yet you don't claim Indian. They're not the Indians. Like, so that's confusing. It's confusing that Caribbeans don't consider themselves the Indians of like the history Bible book, right? Because you know why they don't claim that? Because they're part of the Moors from America that sold the shit out of the original the person that was always going to be king. You know what I'm saying? The person that was always going to own everything. He was firstborn. First, number one. Okay? When you got the other half of the family, the other side, this is still America. I already showed y'all in America, it's English, then it's French, then it's Spanish. All in America. All in America. All these people are Negroes. All of these people are black. It starts to become very swarthy. Swarthy is becoming Creole, French, Irish. I even showed, like, I remember I was telling y'all Irish with Jamaican. Now they have a article advising y'all of Jamaicans being Irish. And I already told you that. I said, we're Scottish. They're Irish. We're East Indians. They're West Indians. We're Scottish. They're Irish. No matter how you do, like, we're English royalty. They're British royalty. It's the same people that they just giving it different names every time. Different time frames, different names for the same fucking people. And it's two groups. One group sold us out. Now we see these celebrities, right? You gotta ask yourself when these celebrities be like, oh, I ain't sell out. I'm not selling out. I'm not gonna sell my stuff to white people. So you kind of gotta have the idea, right? That I've been telling y'all that most of these celebrities since the 70s have been switching it up. And it's becoming more West Indian than Negro. It's becoming more Negrito than Negro. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming more of these Caribbean Spanish black people, French black Spanish people than it is American Negro. They are literally trying to overswarm us and act like we never existed. Because if we exist, they never get to be king. The second son never gets to be king, right? This is the grimy uncle, right? Uncle Sam, Uncle Samuel L. Jackson, whatever you want to call it, Uncle Ruckus, whatever you want to call him, has sold us out, right? You gotta understand why I keep getting on the West Indians and I keep getting on like the darker complected people from South America. The Portuguese, whatever. I don't even consider Portuguese because I don't even go that far. I'm staying at Mexico and Venezuela and Caracas and those black Spanish people, like Grenadians, Guyanese, those dark Spanish black people, whatever, right? I keep blaming them, and it's not because I'm like, oh, I'm coming for them. It's because it's true. Like the battle was between North and South of America. It's literally, and we all know that the black Spanish people won. These black people with these bald heads and da da da. You know what I'm saying? Like these people won. These Spanish, French, bald head people won the battle, right, over us. So they're not. It's like you got West Indian in your name, but you're not claiming the Indian. You're not claiming the Indian heritage of the story. You act like you dumb. You act like you dumb about it, and you claim in Africa, but you got West Indian in your name. You don't got West Africa in your name. You say West Indian. They don't make no fucking sense. They don't make no sense. It's because y'all are selling us out. Y'all, like I said, look at the celebrities now. They all look, they're becoming Caribbean like a motherfucker. They are so Caribbean and Spanish and African, whatever. African, whatever. They are just getting put on. They're just getting on. They're just so talented. So it's like, duh. They have sold the shit out of us. They sold us out. They're not claiming no Indian, even though they are West Indians. They're not claiming Indian. They're not claiming them. They're from Africa. They from what they know, they was the first stop. Like, if y'all don't sit down, well, first stop to what? And who the hell was there when they got there? First stop to what? You were the people. The first stop was, we about to bring these Asians over here, and y'all about to intermix with these Asians, and that's why y'all look salty, because a lot of y'all are mixed with Asian, and now y'all don't want to even talk about your real heritage because it doesn't have nothing to do with Asia. Like, Asians are not the top of the crop, but y'all laid in the bed with them. So now you gotta be mixed with Asian, and it's like, bro, don't be acting like Asian is the ancient. They're so ancient, this and that. It's like, y'all are so disgusting. All these people are just sticking to the script. Everybody is sticking to the script. I'm at the point where I'm not even trying to fight no more, or like really come up here and get, because if you are not trying to take any action at this point, then we might as well just lay down and let them win, because they're not playing. They're closing in. This is like their final. This is the last war, right? This is their final. This is the last dragon, and you know, I have a dragon tattoo. Well, I got a fire breathing dragon. It's not even just a regular. It's like a fire breathing dragon, because you got to bring the smoke. I'm with all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? I got the whole fire. I'm like, bring all like, I wouldn't even say I'm with the smoke, nigga. I'm creating the fucking smoke. I'm out here fire breathing and creating the smoke. So I'm not even with the smoke, nigga. I am the fucking smoke, bro. Like, I am the smoke. So if you with the smoke, you're summoning me. Like, you're sending for me, bro. Because I am the fucking smoke. But yeah, everything I've said, they have come clean. These people have came clean. Everything I've said, they have told y'all literally out they fucking mouths how true it is. How all these people are dead related. How all who's copying who? You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are dead copying the shit out of us. A white person can't even be mainstream unless they got like some type of cool bop to them. Like, they got to be some type of Justin Bieber or some type of like, I'm vanilla, baby. Like, you gotta have some type of vanilla, baby, to even like. So it's like, who are y'all trying to impress? If we slaves and we ain't nobody, why y'all steady trying to impress us? Like, y'all stay on our swag to be in the spotlight, and you're not even using your own culture and your own ways in the spotlight, because we wouldn't even be receptive to it. So you're trying to impress us, but y'all won't even let us get on. We can't even get a good platform. And thank you to the people that's trying to have my little views go a little bit up. Thank you so much. Please continue to view, like the video so it can be pushed out. So other people could stumble across the video, because you know they like to bury people like me. And give my information to people on bigger platforms so they can, you know, act like they had the same ideology and then give you a bunch of like gay weird stuff in the mix of it. Like, they always put their agenda on it. Like, yeah, come and listen to this good information and let me mix some gay stuff in it. I found it weird that this guy Keith Lee. I find it weird that this guy Keith Lee decided to come to New York after I dogged him out the last live that I have. And it's hilarious that he's literally reviewing like food in Manhattan. Like, bro, nobody hasn't even been in Manhattan like that since the pandemic. So the food is not even hitting like pre-pandemic. Like, so I don't even know why you in Manhattan like that. The rats done took over that pandemic. They just had a nasty flood, and most of those restaurants is basement bound, which means that most of those basements is flooded out where they have all their food. They keep all their food in them basements. Most of them basements probably the food probably was floating, and you know them Chinese people and all them people out there, they all immigrants owning those restaurants. Did not throw nothing out. They probably just flung the water off of it and put it in the refrigerator. So I wouldn't even be eating from Manhattan like that if I was people, because Manhattan is starting to get real fucking dirty. You see all that, they just acting a fool in Manhattan. Like every time you see all this wild stuff like, oh, New York is not a real place and they do all this stupid shit. That shit is happening in Manhattan because they don't even want to. Brooklyn is not playing with nobody. Like, it's like they trying to tear Brooklyn down because Brooklyn is like the last of the Mojigos left. Like, when they talk about all the wars and all the history in New York, I believe that Brooklyn won. I think that Brooklyn stood their ground because it's a lot of people in Brooklyn that's like more, the original base. We got some West Indians and those Jews, but they were kind of here, the Jews are the original Russians that originally came over here that think that they those rednecks and they think that those white people, you know what I'm saying? That's in Wall Street or whatever. It's easy to indicate those people because they have those little pig noses. And that's why most of those Jewish people who try to get those nose jobs by 16 or whatever. And if they don't got the pig noses and they got those long noses, that means that they're more they're not the original Russian. The original Russian people that's coming over here, those Asians, they got those Japanese pig nose because they were more, they're coming from Asians. But then when they start to trickle down more with French and, they start to mix more, they start getting those long French noses too. They start dealing with those Moors, some of those French black people that have those noses. A lot of Haitian people have those noses. A lot of French people have those noses. A lot of Jewish people have those kind of long pterodactyl noses, or they have those Japanese noses. It's very easy to detect them. But anyway, they want one of these little cute button noses. But only American Negroes have these kind of features. It's because we don't have that many deformities. Our stuff don't start to get wild. And it's your stuff starts to get wild because you were raised, you're from the descendants that got kicked out, that's in the wild. I believe a lot of French Haitian type people, not Haitian, they weren't Haitian yet, right? They were French Creole. I believe a lot of French Creole type people got kicked out of America because they are more prone to be more pedophilic than other group-based people. Don't think that I think that way. This is research that makes me think that way, okay? This is just me talking about the facts, right? So we got a lot of pedophilia type French kind of people, and those people for sure got kicked the hell out. And kicked the hell out to the deserts, to Mexico, and that's why they got them statues and stuff back there. Because they were not doing the right things here, and they got kicked the hell out. And of course cursed because the sun ate them up, and of course the fermented food, the atmosphere, the salty water that's not as fresh, you will start to change. Things start to change, right? So then you got nothing but deformity going on after that. Going towards South America, going towards Africa, going towards Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, all of those islands, China, Turkey, all of that is the descendants of South America. South America, I consider Africa because they're not connected to America. So if they're not connected to America, why are they considered South America? They shouldn't be, right? But that's what they do. They're stealing. They're stealing like a motherfucker. But anyway, I wanted to talk about a couple. I didn't want to be here for long. I just wanted to pop up here because as long as I have this laptop, I'm really not gonna give it my all. I'm just gonna try to keep showing up and like just having some dialogue and keeping up with a lot of the effery that's going on. I'm trying to keep up with the effery, just to make sure y'all ain't missed nothing. Look at this. Now, if y'all don't stop, I'm not gonna play none of the music because I keep getting copyrighted. So I'm not gonna be playing any of the music or the sound of these videos. But you could clearly see that Jay Holiday has. You can clearly see that Jay Holiday, like, oh, what happened to him? Nothing happened to him. He's a bottom. It's clear he's a bottom. It's clear as day he's a bottom. He's been in bed. He's been in bed too much. That song "Put You to Bed." And mind you, that was my song. I used to like that song. Like, put you to bed, eh, eh. Let me put you to bed, eh, eh. Yeah. So anyway, he's been in the bed a little bit too much, playing bottom. It's clear as day he's playing bottom, and that's where that look is coming from. That look is coming from playing bottom. He ain't top, he ain't doing no top unless it's this kind of top. Okay, he's playing bottom, and it shows. He definitely is showing that he's getting torn out. And talking about getting torn out, right? Talking about getting torn out. What do y'all think about that Will Smith? Will Smith, getting torn out by Dwayne, which we all knew Will Smith is like. Come on, the fact that he did that movie and no one even knew he did. No black person knew. I'm pretty sure a lot of white people knew he did that movie, but he knew no hood Negroes was going to be watching that movie. He knew, so he had his legs spread all open in that bed. And the fact that he hid that movie from everybody shows that I believe everything that guy on Tasha K was saying. That guy and let's talk about that guy. That guy on Tasha K he was very, very much so as well. Every so often he would talk like a man, and then he'll just be like, boom, out of nowhere, he'll give like that, like, girl, and it's like, oh, I knew you was one of them too. But so he acted like he out in Will, but he one of them too. But the guy that went on Tasha K, right? I be trying to find videos. I swear, I can't wait to be able to have it all loaded up on my PC so I could be like, bro. But anyway, the guy on Tasha K, the guy on Tasha K was popping mad junk about Will, right? Mind you, these are people that's in his circle that know Will for years, saying this about him, right? So I don't know how fake or it's like how you had to be doing a lot. You can't just say, "Oh, I did something one time," and this person going to say, "No." You had to be doing a whole lot of stuff for him to be like, "Oh, I got something to say about him." He been around you for a lot, 20 some odd years. You've been doing a lot of gay activity for him to have a whole bunch to say about you. But anyway, I feel that Jada Pinkett sent that guy. He act like he was like, "Oh, I hate Jada," right? He was like, "Oh, I hate Jada." Said something about like how he don't like Jada, but yet did not say nothing really about Jada. Didn't give us no juice about Jada, nigga. If you gonna be talking about if you around Will Smith the way you say you around Will Smith, and him and Jada been married, acting like they a perfect couple for 50 years until we found out that they were in a situationship. What you call it? In an entanglement, an entangled situationship, right? We thought they was perfect. Then boom, she said she was in an entanglement. So they've been lying, right? That make them some piece of shit liars, right? But beside the point that they're piece of shit liars, right? He act like he did not like Jada, but he said nothing about Jada. I'm pretty sure he had a lot of shit to say about Jada, but kept it very minimal and didn't said all he could say about Will. So that was weird to me that he don't like Jada, but didn't take the opportunity to talk about her. Then Jada was like, "Oh, I got all the videos here." Where he was like, "Oh, they was like, oh, what do you think about?" They was like, "What do you think about what the guy said about Will?" She was like, "Oh, we're suing, right? Not a lawsuit been drawn yet, right? But they're suing. They're getting to it one day. I mean, they got enough money to get the paperwork to somebody ASAP, but yet they have not yet. I don't know why. Maybe they don't have the money to do it. But they should have been. The guy should have been served by now. Somebody should have jumped out the bushes and served him by now with all the money they got. But the guy didn't really take no shots at Jada, so I feel like Jada sent that guy to say all that stuff about Will. Because let them tell it, Jada wants to divorce Will and get half of that billion, that whatever 600 million he got. Because I'm assuming that low down dirty shame movie didn't pay her that much. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I guess that Keanu Reeves, Keanu Waynes didn't pay her that much in that Low Dirty Shame Down movie. And she wants some of Will coins. She wants half of Will coins. And I'm assuming that she ain't going to be able to get half of Will coins because Will probably had a lot of money before he even married her. And then went on to probably having some type of, who knows what kind of contract they had in between each other, to the point where she's like, oh, we're going to be together forever. For what? If y'all not really together, and we all heard all the shit y'all done did, you over here having sex with that sickly boy, August. And we know that all of this is fake biblical stuff, right? Y'all know that this is all the name Jada, name August, name Will, the name Jada, Willow. You know, we all know that this is all biblical, reoccurrinated characters. These are they say, oh, these people will never die. These people are legends. These people are, making their mark where no one's never going to forget them. But it's because they took upon the role of a person that is solidified in this world. For some reason, these roles that they're it's like somewhere in the Bible or something that says, hey, these people gotta live forever or something, and these people are taking upon themselves to be those people. Like, oh, I give myself to God, I give myself up to, like, I'm his servant, this and that. That's literally what these characters are. When they're signing on to Hollywood and this and that, they're signing on to take upon these historical people that don't want to die roles, that want to live forever, that are what do they call it? I have it on. I have like a jacket, and I have it on my sleeve. I wrote all the stuff on my sleeve. Because I used to study Egyptian shit. But anyway, what do they call it? I should get the jacket because I can't remember the word. When they want to live forever. Damn, I can't remember the fucking word. Like literally when they want to live forever. They call it something. But that's literally what they're signing on for. They're signing on, and so they feel like that they're going to live forever as well because they have given up their life. They put they hung their soul up at the door. So when they signed the contract, they signed in blood. You know how all that means, like blood, because the blood of the, of the trust of God. Blood had to spill for that trust. You know what I'm saying? It had to be some blood shedding. Now, mind you, only blood that really shed it was ours. You know what I'm saying? And it still does. They still tearing our asses up. But everybody else has stolen our sad stories, our tragic history, and they want the sympathy. They took our tragedy and they want the sympathy for it. And this is why God has been washing their asses out with water, because they need to cleanse. They need to clean their stink asses out. Because there's no way in hell that you sit there and you kill people the way you kill people and then say it was you and your people that happened to. And you want all the sympathy for it. Can't nobody say nothing out of their name about you. Can't nobody talk because it'd be whatever similar. So imagine that. God is tearing them to shreds, okay? And we're not going to say a word about it. We're going to just mind our business as God always has been telling us to do. We have just minding our business and letting our power work for us because it's our power. So you're using our power. It's going to, it's gonna push you back. It's gonna repel you. It's gonna continue to reject you. And you can use as much steroid injections to try to keep from being aborted all you want. But you're just gonna come out all retarded. Now people are wondering why everyone's so weird. Everybody's like, yo, everything is at an all-time weird. They like, yo, everything is at an all-time weird right now. Shit is so weird. Everybody's doing some weird shit. But y'all gotta understand that we're getting overtaken by immigrants. It's a shitload it's a bunch of West Indian, Spanish, Russian, Turkish. Everybody is coming over here. And this is to the point where Negroes are not procreating as much. The pure Negroes that's not from wherever is not procreating together as much as they could because we got a lot of black men that likes to date outside the race and things like that. Where Adam is failing. Adam just loves to fail. So shit is getting weird because these people are fucking weird. These people are naturally weird as shit. They are weird. People are weird as hell, bro. And they all are over here now. So yes, shit is weird at this point. Shit is weird as hell at this point. Because we got a bunch of people that don't know why they even here. Everybody wants to be here. They don't even know why the fuck they want to be here. By the time they got here, they probably look like, what the hell did I come here for? Nobody even wants me really here. But then all the free food with food stamps, or that, oh, we got some houses, we're gonna get you some places to stay. Here, stay in these hotels for a while. Or for niggas that's working their ass off taxes, right? And mind you, people like me, they really dog me out with the taxes, right? Because I don't have no dependents. I don't have a job where they feel like, oh, I don't make less enough to not rape me, so they want to make sure I make less enough to take all my, so this is ridiculous at this point. But of course, that's why they're here. Because somebody said, we trick daddy over here. We over here just tricking. Sugar cane. We just sugar daddies over here. Sugar mamas. We just over here tricking. So yeah, they over here. They coming over here by the train load, bro. This is the Underground Railroad right here, bro. Like, I was watching somebody YouTube. I like to watch the travelers YouTube. So this guy right here, they said that they was going to. They're coming from Mexico. They're coming from Mexico to America. They're gonna. When I say these niggas literally roll on top of the fucking train, bro. Check this shit out, bro. Check this out. Check it out. No bullshit. These niggas is they waited 3 days. It was people coming in 3 days. Some people was waiting for 3 days for the right train to slow down, so they could all. This train does not stop. This train don't stop. This train literally slowed down. I think some of the trains do stop, and it's because they're getting paid to stop for these immigrants. So look at this. They all getting. They got kids running to the train, running like hurry up and get. This shit is still moving. This shit is still moving. They all like, hurry up, get on it, right? They all jumping on it. Boom. They got kids jumping on it, babies and kids jumping on these trains, bro. They call this train the Beast. Look at this kid. They're like, hurry up, nigga. They're like, hurry up, Nino. Get up there. This shit dangerous as hell. Dangerous. Now, mind you, they're not even getting inside. They going on top of the train, bro. They going on top of it. They're going on top of the train. They about to take a whole 18 hours on top of the train to get to America to come slide. And then when they get to America, they got to find a way to slide in here even after all of this. Now, mind you, look at this shit, son. They in here from day to daybreak. On top of the train, riding it. Now check them out it started to get at nighttime. They're like, oh, it's cold. Now check these niggas out at night, bro. This shit had me bugging. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? They all covered up. Like, they got everything covered. The train moving. It's black night, dark time. Now, mind you, one of the white guys, right? One of the white guys, he almost didn't make the train because they doing this for like content. But it's the Mexican people that they showed. It was mad. It was like hundreds of them, and a lot of these people couldn't even find the train. One of the trains kicked them off. One of these trains broke down, and they had to get off. They didn't even know where they was at, and they had to go find. They was all over the place, crossing highways. They was crossing highways with little babies, trying to find another train that was going to get them to America. The shit was crazy. The shit was crazy, bro. Literally jumping past highways, bro. When the train didn't come. I wanted to show you that, anyway, I can't find it when they was going across the highways. But he telling them, he like, oh, good luck. He telling everybody, good luck in America. He like, oh, good luck in America, everybody. But anyway, his friend right here, the friend, he almost didn't even make it because he was eating the food in Mexico, and he had profuse diarrhea and was super. He was in the bed dying. He was in the bed dying, and when he almost did, the guy was gonna go by himself and leave him there because he could not get out the bed. So didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all, bring your own water, bring your own food. Because the food over there, you're not going to be able to sustain that shit in your stomach. I already explained that to y'all. One of the guys, that other guy, he looked like he from Russia or whatever. He didn't get sick. He probably got a tough immune system. But the other guy was not as tough. And he was in there shitting his life away, dying because of that food and that water he drank. It was contaminated. And anyway, he ended up meeting a friend anyway. He came like the last minute, like, yo, mind you, he's still mad sick. But he like, I'm not even trying to stay here. Like he like, I'm not staying in Mexico. I'm getting the fuck out of here, right? So he ends up meeting a friend, and when the train broke down and they had to find another train, he was like, we can't even finish like the travel because they was gonna follow the immigrants to the end. They want this most likely, like I said, most of these travel channels, I think they're like working with the feds and stuff to see like how these immigrants is doing what they doing, right? Most of these things is like them just doing research. So everybody, I don't think these are like regular people saying, hey, look what's going on. I think these people are definitely affiliated with military, doing their little special ops, walking around taking their little videos, right? But they wanted to do the whole thing so they could see how they do it. But when the train broke down, they was running across highways trying to find other trains. The guy couldn't continue on because he still was sick. So they had to go ahead to take a cab, and then he had to take some rest for a couple days and then come back to find a train because he was so sick off of eating and doing whatever he was doing in Mexico. And I told y'all that shit is not safe. But anyway, once he felt better, I think they finished the train ride and they did it or whatever, and then they left. But that's just there to show y'all that they coming in here no by any means necessary, because that's insane. That's like insanity. Like what's going on in Mexico? And mind you, a lot of those people that was over there waiting for the train, they weren't just from Mexico. Some people said they was from like across the seas. Some people were coming from Africa. Some people were coming from Colombia. Some people in Colombia, mind you, is across water. Like Colombia and stuff is not connected. I think they're connected now. I think Panama and all that is like they connected now, but I'm not sure for a fact. I think it's still a lot of water that separates us. But the fact that they all come into Mexico because it's like an easy way to get in for free to America, whatever, right? Without registering in. Um, yeah, so when I see stuff like that, I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, it's giving Trump 24. Because at the end of the day, I don't believe that we should still have more white Russians or whatever being the president, knowing that, these people are falling under false allegations and names. We don't even know who Trump or Bush or any of these people really are, because they're going under the fake aliases of George, John. They're taking all the names of biblical people, and I'm pretty sure that that's not by accident. Like, how is that even possible? So we don't even know who these people really are. But I feel like if Trump is saying soon as he gets into office, he's doing like a great exodus, then we just need to have this dude do what he needs to do. Because at the end of the day, these are the same people that's literally helping him get in. They play good cop, bad cop. They act like they're helping us, but they're the same people, trust and believe, is helping them get in here. Because it's no way in hell they're getting in here without some type of operative taking something under the table and whatever. And they doing this and they're letting us see this because it's time to vote. So you already know that they're showing you this, so you could be like, oh no, we gotta hurry up and get Trump because look what's going on. But at the same time, like they love to pick on Spanish people and black, African people, but they need to exit out those Russians, those Ukrainians, and those people that just came over here as well by plane that comes in here quiet, those Muslims. They need to get all of those people out as well. So I don't like the fact that they say, oh, like, we gotta get all these Mexicans out. We're gonna build a border. No, but get all these Muslims, these Turkish people, these nasty ass African Asiatics the hell out of here as well. Unfortunately, I'd rather have the Spanish, Mexican people from America come over here than have, and not really, but because their mentality is like Asians. But at the same time, I'd rather have them over here than these people that come in here quietly by plane, because they the ones that really take all the resources up. They take the good resources. These people gonna come and take the bottom of the barrel resources. Those people that come in here playing take better resources than anybody could get. They get the great stuff. So get all these people the fuck out of here. But anyway, I wouldn't want to say, hey, let's not have Trump be president. Then who's gonna be president, right? I feel like it should be no president. I feel like we should just stop the voting. We should boycott the vote and go in front of the voting booths and hinder people from voting, like stopping people from voting and stuff. That's my opinion. I don't know how many people really is understanding that that's what needs to take place, because that's what happened to us to make them get into office. They stopped our asses at the door. They were shooting our heads off and telling us we could not vote. But anyway, if y'all don't want to take that route, whatever. But I don't think any Black American Negroes is ready for presidency. I don't think that they're ready to be in control. West Indians, I think it's a lot of West Indian and Frenchmen are very smart and that could be very much the president or whatever, like an Eric Adams type person or whatever, where they're very conservative, whatever. But I do feel like West Indians and Frenchmen, like Haitian, African, whatever, French descent, whatever you want to claim, because they all originally are from America anyway, right? But a lot of them are grown and based, so it's whatever. A lot of them are very educational and conservative people, but they're not trustworthy. They have sold us out already. They're not trustworthy. They're already in office and stuff. They're not helping us. They only care about the black vote, which is their black asses from the back in America. That's what the black really means. It's those black people from America, and they know that American Negroes from South, whatever, we don't accept nobody. We don't accept no motherfucking body. We talk about every goddamn body. So we're the biggest bigots. We're like, we're the ones really judging people. And that's why the law and all that is set here, because we don't play none of that. We talk about every goddamn body. We judge everyone. Nothing is going to come stepping through our doors without saying, hi, Queens. Hi, Queens. Don't do that. Don't do that. I said hi, Queens. Like, you got to be coming in here addressing, because you ain't going to be walking in here without us knowing who the hell. We ain't going to just let y'all just walk in. No, we're going to look at you and be like, who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? So that's why a lot of people stay out of the hood. Like, a lot of gentrification is happening, but when they try to come walking through like the hood part, they realize that it's not that friendly, because we don't know what the hell you are. Like, when you straight looking like you don't belong there, people are going to probably say something to you and kind of be like, because it's kind of like you are definitely far away from home, Dorothy. Like, you are definitely not home. But anyway, yeah, so I just felt like I lost train of thought. I don't know what the fuck I do want to talk about Michael Jackson too, right? Like, I don't even know what, like, she tried to say something, she was talking about Offset because he has this weird ass tattoo. I don't even know why these people are doing celebrity tattoos. I think it's very fucking weird. But just wanted to show the kids, like, if they think that these two right here is related to Michael Jackson, then y'all are on crack. There's no way in hell a black person like Michael Jackson with that nose. I don't care what conditions Michael Jackson so-called had, even though we all know the real original Michael Jackson is not that white. It was not that guy. The original black Michael Jackson, when he was a black guy, he was cute. He was like a little sexy dude, right? Wasn't he like, he was like tall, and he had like a shape on him. Like, he was alright. And then when we see the frail Michael Jackson that don't really eat, the skinnier and the one how he started to look like East Indian. Then he started to look white, Caucasian, whatever, like Asian or whatever. I don't think that's the same Black Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson died at that Pepsi commercial, and I think when they die, they all their family know that they be dead, and they don't care about them putting in like a fake version so they can continue to make money because at the end of the day he already died and it's an accident. You know what I'm saying? Like and technically I don't know if the companies are killing these people and saying, oh, it was an accident, da, 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 and then like the family goes on because it's like, oh, he died in an accident, but we still make money because he's very important. Like he's an important person that has to work, and those androids could work and have him work, go to all these shows and do all this stuff. The android could do that. And the regular actual Michael Jackson that we originally liked it, that's no longer with us. You know what I'm saying? I believe he died in that Pepsi commercial, whatever. Or, got something had severely happened to him and he's no longer presenting himself. They could be hiding somewhere. I don't know if they have them somewhere hiding and they have their androids, like that movie Surrogate. I really don't know how they do it. But we all know the original Michael Jackson and how he looked like. And those children ain't got no Negro in them. None. No Negro. There's no way in hell you a Negro and you don't got curly hair. Like no curly hair at all. You can't have straight hair. You can't have straight hair and have the American Negro in you. That's impossible. That means that you're not related, bro. And you don't got that DNA in you. It's not there. But who I do think the little boy Blanket has black in him, right? I always thought the little boy Blanket was his kid. I'm like, Blanket might have been his kid, right? But then we got to think about it. The Michael Jackson, when he had kid, wasn't the real Michael Jackson, right? So Michael Jackson said that Blanket mother was black. So I was like, okay, that's where the blackness is coming from. Their mother, whoever had the DNA of the mother was black. But we all know that Blanket is mixed with something else. So if the mother was black, then whoever the hell was the daddy wasn't black. You know what I'm saying? So that's there to show you that Michael Jackson ain't had none of them kids. No, not one of those kids. So we gotta understand, why did they put those kids in place? They put those kids in place because they knew eventually the fake Michael Jackson was gonna die. Come on, his nose was falling off. They could no more. Whoever was playing that role was playing a terrible role because they had kept making his fake nose fall off, all kinds of shit, right? So I just felt like they put those kids in place so whoever those kids is really related to, which they said was like people in his circle, like they used like some white guy, like those people wanted to have access to that money. So yeah, they put those kids in place. Those is really their kids, and now they have access to Michael Jackson's estate. You see what I'm saying? So now the estate belongs to those white people that was in those fake, the group of white, whoever surrounded Michael at the time of his death, whatever, those group of white people that he was with, that's supposed to be his friends or whatever, they now have every right to his estate. Those kids don't even look like they have access to Michael Jackson's fortune. Does it really look like those kids have like access to like a big giant fortune and they have access to Neverland? Like it doesn't even look like they live regular lives. Like they just minding their business, playing their role. You know what I'm saying? They all are sketchy. They all giving me sketchy ass scamming. They all scamming the crap out of us. I don't believe nothing on TV at all. Like nothing that they do, nothing that they say. They act like they not related. They act like they not all Jamaicans, Spanish, Dominican, Puerto Rican. They all act like they not Caribbeans. They all act like they from America, that they was born and raised in America. None of these people are from America, bro. None of these people are the original Negroes that got put through it. None of these people are the original people that was getting put through it over here, bro. They just come. They just here, bro. They just here. They just popped up and they're here. And it's annoying. It's so fucking annoying, bro. I'm about to wrap it up, but like I was trying to say, I don't think Black American men are ready to really take over nothing. Unfortunately, I was waiting for like during the pandemic and stuff. I was trying to even tell y'all like, hey, y'all gonna have to take lead. I'm not speaking no more life into y'all. I'm not. I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you guys. I'm like Tyra Banks rooting for. I'm like done. I'm like Tyra Banks done at this point. Like I can't. Like I was rooting for y'all, and I'm fucking done because y'all not picking up, y'all not uplifting y'all women. Y'all still very much disrespecting the shit out of us. Y'all still dating outside of your race. Y'all still being mad desperate for light skin or whatever. Y'all still being they're still not wanting to really work. Like even if like y'all understand like, oh, certain positions are not for y'all. They're not hiring y'all. So when you say, "Hey, let me go and get a regular this and let's build and let's get this and then we're gonna do our own thing." We can't even build and get our own thing because y'all still not trying to get no jobs. No, get some regular jobs, build, and then move on from there. You don't have to be a regular worker forever, but you're not gonna wait forever for some dream rapping career or some dream basketball dream when you didn't even get to college, you didn't even get to college dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even get on a team. You didn't even get a scholarship. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we're not going to wait for that opportunity. We're not going to wait for you to be asked to be a CEO. No one's going to ask you to be a CEO of no company. The Negroes think you're going to come and ask them, like, hey, you Negro sitting on that bench over there smoking the blunt about to roll up. Come here. Do you want to be a CEO? That's what they think somebody's going to come to them and give them like a big position at some company. Like we're not waiting for that. So I thought y'all were gonna step up and get some regular ass jobs and really work with some regular girls and then build from there. Because if y'all saved y'all little bit of checks and don't spend your money on stupid little things, like all that little stuff adds up. Boom, y'all over here opening up LLCs, trusts, businesses, this and that, getting access to credit. Nobody's working on that. Everybody's still exactly where the fuck they are, making little videos and doing all this other stuff, or watching videos, or not even participating at all. Act like they ain't see nothing. They ain't see no pandemic. They not aware that celebrities is on some weird shit. They still supporting celebrities. They don't know nothing. They just want to go party. And most of those people are giving me immigrant energy. When somebody say, "Hey, I can't believe you bought a hat from Tumu," ew, I'm gonna get the real thing. You giving me immigrant energy. I'm not supporting your immigrant family anymore. I'm not buying any more across the seas so-called name brand that's named after issue like these Louis Vuitton. These things are named after. It's like mockery of our situation. That's where they come up with like the Armani Exchange and Giorgio Armani. Like they're coming up mimicking us, and you're gonna make me pay top dollar. That's gonna prevent me from saving my money to putting it towards opening trusts or obtaining a lawyer to look over my stuff or buying equipment so I don't ever play me like that. Like don't ever come and ask me anything because I have a brain and I am a little bit violent because I am still a little bit ignorant as well. I will attack you. Don't ever tell me to be supporting no damn immigrant, buying anything expensive that ain't got nothing to do with me and my people. We don't benefit off of it. So I'm going to buy some cheap ass Timu and support the cheap sweat slaves that way. I'm not going to support the cheap sweat slaves in their overpriced retail. I'm going to support them as cheaply as possible until I'm able to get my own machinery to be able to do big mass of production of clothing. And we got to have that kind of in place before I can say, "Hey, I'm gonna do my own thing." I'm not doing. I can do my own thing by hand, but my hands be hurting by the time I be someone doing. So yeah, I'm gonna buy little duplicates, just like what you immigrants are. Y'all duplicates, and I'm gonna purchase duplicate. But anyway, I did want to talk about a lot of stuff, but it's very difficult. Go over all these things. A lot of people said that they noticed that Keith Chief looked just like T.I. And I think it's funny that T.I. grew dreads. Like T.I. literally got dreads, and we were like, "Oh, he looks like this guy," and it's like now he got dreads too. So it's just like, bruh, I'm not stupid. Like I'm not dumb at all. I wanted to show y'all a picture of Kendall. Look how big fucking Kendall feet is, bro. Look at these fucking shoe boots. Look, you see Kendall? They think this is a woman. How could this be a woman with feet this big? This bitch foot mad fucking big, bro. These are size 14. There's no way in hell this was born a girl with size feet that big. That's a feet that was born a female. This is an all boys club. None of these are females. None of them. Look at Jaden and Krishan. They're all men. These are all boys. What female you know act like Krishan? Krishan don't even hide the fact that she was born a boy. She act like a boy all day. She act like a boy all day. She don't even hide the fact that she a boy. We got Bill Cosby being sued, and y'all think, oh well, why would Bill Cosby do TikTok? Because Bill Cosby knew that he was about to be. Bill Cosby spent all his money getting out of jail. He spent all his money getting out of jail. He was telling Camille to open up some more money so he could get out of jail. So now Bill Cosby got out of jail. He got a new boyfriend. He probably met this dude in jail. Mind you, the guy name is Charles. His name is Charles. Hospital. He was up there today. Look. He was sick and shit in the hospital. The boyfriend name Charles. Our lunch is ready. The boy name is Charles. Now, mind you, we all know his name is Bill, right? And what does Bill stand for? This is Bill Cosby's real name. Bill Cosby, Bill. His real name is William. William. Mind you, the middle name is Henry. And remember what I told y'all about Henry, right? Henry is supposed to be Henry is John father. John is George father. Henry is the son of Edmund. Edmund is the one that was Martin Luther King was on that bridge walking. That's the Edmund Bridge. Edmund is the original. Remember, I showed you that Indian dude that they said, oh, that was like, he started off the kingship. Like, he wasn't a king, but he was like the Indian. I showed y'all that before. Like, in Google Edmund in history. And you'll see they show you like he's some Indian dude. And then his son was king, which was Henry. And Henry had a brother, right? Which was William or Charles, right? Charles, William, they are the other side of the family. Just like New York and New Jersey. New York is like George and them side. And then when you go across the George Washington Bridge, you get to Williams, what do they call it? Orange. And if you look into history, the fake history with George III, William from Orange, William or whatever, with George III. Remember, he supposed to have did something to George and then stole his girl Mary so he could become the king. It's the same kind of scenario. The brother trying to take throne, the grimy uncle Rucker, whatever. Like, because the Henry was king. He was firstborn, set to be king. The brother was never going to be king. You cannot be king if you are the brother of the oldest is always going to be king, and his children will reign the royal throne. Because the brother, William, Charles, whatever, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Golden Gates in San Francisco, whatever, it's all the same stuff. He's the sellout. He's the one that's going to sell out the other side of the family, which will be the Jackson, Mary Jackson, whatever the Jack. But I don't know, y'all. If y'all feel like it's a different name, so I feel like the other name, William or whatever, I don't know if it's Smith or whatever. I don't care. I don't care what the other name, the other side of the family. We know it's two families. And I know that one family is the Ball, Jackson, whatever, Mary Ball, Baltimore, Maryland, whatever side. And then it's the other side of the family. So if y'all don't know history too well, you're not really going to understand what these roles that these celebrities are playing. And every time they play with these names, you will understand it's the same family and the family feuding because the brother wanted to be king, but he was never going to be king because he was younger. You understand what I'm saying? You had to get rid of the older one. He had to get rid of the son for his kid and them to be king, right? Or something. Well, for the uncle to end up being king, and then for his children to continue to be king. So the people that's being royal, which you can always see the people that claim royalty is the West Indian, French, Haitian. They still claim royalty. They still be like, oh, I'm prince or this and that, or like the Spanish, because they already know what it is. Like we the only people that's not saying we prince, kings, whatever, because they have taken that away from us, right? But anyway, so Bill Cosby, he done went to jail, found a boyfriend, and he's trying to make money on TikTok because these people. these people on TikTok that just like these celebrities, they make money. This is how they make money because they get put on big platforms and they want you to see this kind of acting. These are characters acting, and they want you to see these acting roles. They want you to mimic it. They want you to mirror it. They want you to watch it and do it as well. And you see that what kind of shit they are making you watch. They're making you watch Generation X shit where you don't know what the hell nobody is, and you don't know because they're trying to destroy everything we once was, so we are non-existent finally, right? They're trying to get rid of the last of it all, the last fight, the last dragon. They want to get rid of, right? So this is what we fighting for. We fighting for to stay alive, right? But anyway, if you could look at Bill Cosby, let me come over here. Oh, child, I'm a little lazy today. I didn't feel like getting up. If you could look at Bill Cosby, and you could look at this lady, and this is supposed to be a woman. I think. I don't think this is supposed to be. I don't think this is a transgender. They're trying to pull it off like this person was born a woman. I think that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that she's supposed to have boobs and all that. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is a transgender or if they're saying that this is born a woman. I'm not sure, but it's clear as day. It's clear as day. It's not too many people that look like Bill Cosby, man. Like, it's not a lot of people that says, "Oh, Bill Cosby is your twin." But this person right here is a dark, and it's like, bruh, he spent all his money, and people are starting to sue him again. He needs money. His time in show business is over. He can't do no more shows with no more companies. The companies of the television shows is the ones that did this to him. CBS and all that. They the ones that sick the people on him. Those women are coming out of nowhere. They the ones that got the lawyers. The CBS is the ones that's paying for them high profile lawyers for them women. The women don't got no legal team, but they know people that's going to put up the money for that legal team because they knew they was going to win the case and get that money. And he knew that he was going to be subjected to that because these people got to do those rituals and have some type of blackmail on them for them to even get on platforms in the first place. They got to sign in on that. They know that at any moment that these people could take them off that platform and get them fired. You can't fire somebody that you are in love with. Like, oh, we love this person. We love Michael Jackson. We love Bill Cosby. So how could you fire him from off of a platform so he won't be watched anymore? You got to destroy his character. You got to destroy it. You got to they feel like, listen, I gave you this character. So it's no way in hell I'm going to let you make money off this character. That's our character. So we're going to pull out that blackmail shit we got on you so we can take your character down. You're fired. You're fired with us. And Bill Cosby and them probably think, oh, I'm not fired because people love me. Okay, well, this is the way how we fire you. We put you in jail. We say you're a rapist. We do it because you are that. You are what you are. We put you in place. We know what you is. You putting yourself on a platform acting like you this good person and you actually a lawyer on a Bill Cosby show. That's a show. That's a TV show. But anyway, like I said, Bill Cosby is trying to get that money back up because you can make real good money on TikTok, just like they make real good money on YouTube because they have the platform. They have the right people that's going to put them in place. Like he probably got Asian people that's making money. They making money together. You know what I'm saying? They put them in place. They make their money together. So this is the platform that he went to. He went to TikTok, and TikTok put him on. So all these other lawsuits, he could have some money for it, right? So anyway, I wanted to show y'all a couple other things, and I'm gonna go right. I want to show a couple other things. I don't like keeping the videos. I'll be throwing all this stuff out, so I try to say as much as I can before I go. I'm going to talk about Jonathan Majors. Now I know y'all probably look like we don't want to hear nothing else about Jonathan Majors no more. No, bro, I was right. I was 100% right. This guy definitely plays the role of Jonathan Majors. The guy left. The guy left the show on TikTok and he sold everything out of that so-called supposed to be his house, but I told everybody that was a studio. There was never no real person. Everybody thought that guy from TikTok was a real person. And it was all a fake show, bro. All a fake show. That was really homeboy. And when Jonathan Majors finished that movie on Netflix that I posted it. It was a movie on Netflix that came out. Soon as Jonathan Majors posted that, this guy, I guess because the movie is over, he don't have to beat it no more, and he got a court date. Both of them got the court date coming up for abusing women. They both got the same kind of court date and the same reason why. Ooh, did y'all see this? How they had the little boy with the dildo in the back. They got the dildo right there. And they got this little boy. Now, mind you, you gotta understand that. I'm pretty sure they circulated and everything. I'm pretty sure they knew that this little boy was in that goddamn bed with that fucking dildo at the top of the thing, and the little boy in the bed with Blueface, right? Can somebody explain to me why would they'd be like, oh well, girls be having it, but shit is plugged up. Like you can probably not see it really well, but the thing is fucking plugged up. The shit was charging. They had that shit charging. So it's like you could tell that Blueface obviously uses this. That he's not the only celebrity that remember when Cameron was talking about Mace was like when Cameron went over there and there was a dildo in the bathroom and Mace was like, oh no, that's Puff Daddy's dildo, but it was at Mace's crib that so these people be getting it. Like these people are weird and they're not admitting to the gayness that you gotta be a part of to even be in their group. Their group is all men, and they literally are all getting tapped in. And they be acting like they messing with girls and they popular and they all these good looking guys, and they literally getting tapped in, being playing bottom or giving it out to weird guys that want to get smashed by them. And if you see that dildo, you know that he got to be playing with that too because it's the color blue. Like, why would you have a blue dildo? Like, I'm telling y'all, these people creepy as hell. I didn't want to get past. It's too much. It's so much that I'm not going to be able to get into all of this. And you see how all the celebrities be going down for shooting or killing somebody, like shooting their friend or killing their friend. Like, because these people are part of a cult. Like, they're part of a cult. Remember I was like, I don't know if they tell these people that, like, oh, you could go ahead and kill somebody. We're going to cover it up. Because, mind you, they work for the CIA, for the feds, for the government. So, if they kill people, it's like, oh, my God, they kill people. But literally, they know that they can get away with it because they all a part of this weird-ass group of people that want to keep everybody else like they're just mere commoners. Like, oh, you're all commoners. So to keep that mentality going, you got to have all these people in place. And they're giving these people privileges to act weird with people in person. Like, you'll meet these people in person and they'll be threatening you, acting mad weird with you. They act like they don't got no goddamn money. It's like, bro, where's your money? They be asking you to pay for shit. They don't be having like it be a lot of reports saying like, oh, these people left out when they bill. And then they'll be like, oh, because they did that because they're a celebrity and you should be happy they came. No, because literally I don't think they have access to no money. And they gotta ask the people, can they get some money out of like the cookie jar or something like that? Like, I don't know how it works, but I've seen enough to say what I'm saying. Like, these people don't be having no fucking money. And it'd be like, if I'm hanging out with somebody that's supposed to be in the loop, getting money, or you supposed to be this top dog in the street, or you supposed to be this. Why the hell you asking me to front that like, oh, I don't have it? Can you? That shit is a scam. They really don't be having no bread. They be borrowing fancy cars, fancy this, and it's coming. It's like coming from. I'm telling you, this is all fake it till you make it kind of shit. It's like all fake it till you make it kind of shit. So when I buy this, I do it because I know other people that's out there that y'all look up to. Not only do they probably do buy duplicates as well and play it off like they're not, they're on top of that, they're fucking broke. And I don't know why. Like, because they're supposed to be having it, but they be asking you to pay for shit. And it's like, bro, if I'm hanging out with you, I'm expecting you to have it. I thought you might have it, bro. I'm a regular person that work a 9 to 5. Why the fuck you don't got it? Why you don't got the money? They be playing that game like, oh, I don't have it. Oh, I forgot my wallet. Can you pay for that $60? It'd be like 60. Nigga, I wouldn't even have ordered all this stuff. And then it's like, I wouldn't even have order nothing, and especially the shit you ordered. Like, what the hell? So I done seen so many scams. And I'm a January Capricorn, and January Capricorns have a way to see shit for what it is. Like, we see things for what it is. No matter what it is, I see it for what it is. If somebody act like they into me and they really just using me and stuff, I see it for what it is. Like, if I have you around, just know that I have you around, but I'm like, you're not using me. I'm kind of probably most likely using you, and because I know that, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, you're not, if you ever think you're using a January Capricorn, I don't know about December, but I know about January. If you think you're using a January Capricorn, think about what they may be using you for, because they know that you're using them. Don't think that they don't know. They know everything. They know when people genuinely like them. They know when people get a little bit weird with them. They know as soon as that, like, they know everything. Any kind of move you made, I just see it. Like, I know exactly what it was about. I know that you got irritated when I did this. I saw it. I know that you really, really like this. I saw it. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I know, I see things for what it is. So anyway, when I say shit about people, it's like, because y'all fronting, y'all lying, y'all liars, and I don't like that. It's like bullshit. And people be like, oh, January, they be, Capricorns be capping. Like, bro, only thing I'm a cap about is trying not to hurt your feelings. Like, if I'm saying something and it ain't fully the truth, it's because I am considering your feelings, and I'm classy like that. I'm classy enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to say the truth to you because it's going to hurt, and we're gonna keep it nice and cushiony over here. So you don't want to try to kill me, because everybody want to kill us. Everybody want to fucking kill us. Like, kill that bitch. Like, for what? What I do? But yeah, it's because we try to not hurt your feelings. But once you hurt our feelings, and it's like, I wouldn't even say hurt our feelings. Once y'all say stuff and we be like, oh, okay, like, that's what we doing. We over here just doing, like, doing whatever. When it's my turn, that's when I become the bad guy. And it's like, bruh, at that point, it's like, okay, I'm okay with being with the bad guy, because we definitely not gonna have you one up me. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna have nobody one up. So you did something to me, and now I did something to you. Toughen up, toughen up. Pull your skirt down, B. You did it to me. Anything I do to you, I just merit your ass. And then people don't like me. Yeah, now I don't like you. I feel you. I'm glad you didn't like what I did, because I didn't like what the fuck you did. And now you're not my friend, good, because I didn't want to be your friend. That's why I did what I did to you. Because when you did that to me, I felt like, damn, I shouldn't be this person's friend. But I felt like, you know what? Well, let me give you a shot and do it to you. And if you want to be my friend after I do it back to you, then we all good. It's even. It's even Stevens. But if you react the way how I felt like I should have reacted, not only are you confirming that I was not bugging, that you're really a cornball and I should have just dumped you out, right, as a friend, but I'm glad you now don't want to be my friend no more because of what I've done back to you. Because I felt like what you did was corny as well. We are in agreements now. We are now here. You don't fuck with me, good, because when you did that to me, I didn't want to fuck with you. But I said, you know what, instead of me quitting, because I'm not a quitter, I'm going to be a good competitor and hit you back with the same shit, like a booyah, hit you back with the same shit times 10, put a little razzle dazzle on it. When I send it back, I want to put a bow on it. And then now you don't like me. Well, I don't fucking like you either. That's why I did that shit. When you did that shit to me, I didn't like you. But guess what? Before I decided to not like you, I wanted to leave you with a fucking parting gift of your behavior. Now park the fuck out, because you didn't like that shit either, right? Your behavior is disgusting. Your behavior disgusted me. And now when I hit you back, I disgusted you. Yeah, we're disgusting. We're disgusting. Exactly. But when it's time to say I'm disgusting, they don't call themselves disgusting. They be like, you're disgusting. They forgot. They don't even count them. They don't count themselves. But thank God I'm a mathematician. I counted you. I didn't leave you out. You left me out. That you left yourself out. That's cute. But me, I could count. I didn't leave you out. You got that shit coming. Okay? You got it back. And I don't give a fuck when I get you back, bitch. I got time. I'm not planning on dying till 100. Every time people are like, oh, you ain't gonna, nigga, I got time. I ain't get you back yet? Shit. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in 2027, but don't say I ain't get you back yet. Cause I got time. Okay? We gonna get everybody together. We gonna gather everyone together now. Oh, I want to show y'all this too. Look how they all are Asian. They all got Asian representation. They act like they from America, but they always doing some Asian shit. Look at fucking what you call it with an Asian purse. These niggas is not. These niggas is soft. These are not the real dudes from the 90s. I don't know what's going on here. There's got to be an android. Look at this nigga talking about Hakatsuma Yui. He over here with his hands together. They all looking like a bunch of Dragonfly Jones. The niggas all looking like Dragonfly Jones. That nigga said silence. Nigga said, get the fuck out of my face, nigga.
I don't want any trouble. My life's about to get cut off. Had you been practicing on your art, you know your way in the dark. Silence. Silence.
That nigga said, if you been practicing in the dark, you know your way. Nigga said silence. He said, if you been practicing your shit, you know your way in the dark. I'm dead, son. This nigga's hilarious, bro. He said, get your hands off me. They over here looking like a bunch of Dragonfly Jones, bro. All these people are Asian, bro. Look at this. Check this out. They all Asian. And they've been telling us they Asian, too. Let me see. Where's the album at? I can't play that. You heard that part? Because I can't play it again. He said, black Chinese girl, you thick girl. Or something, 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 because I can't understand that shit. Then he said, something, 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 because you a thick girl. Something, 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 black Chinese. So they've been telling us that they black Chinese all this fucking time. We just haven't been fucking listening. And I got another one. Which the other one? She's like, we mix. She was like, mixed with China.
China is the race in China. So bad trend. Mixed with China.
Said she a little bad Trini bitch. And she's mixed with China. They're all Asians, bro. And they over here playing games like they Negroes, they from America or whatever. Or they not even claiming African. Oh, Africa. But they over here in Chinese food outfits. They got fucking Chinese takeout outfits on. Who else, bro? It's a lot of people, bro. I've been saying a lot of stuff, and all the shit I've been saying been coming out. And I'm like, yo, I'm the GOAT. Like, I'm really the fucking GOAT, bro. Look, this is what Cassie did to Diddy.
I escort your blood clot.
And they said, yeah, escort. That nigga said, yeah, escort. That's what fucking Cassie did to Diddy, bro, because she already benefited off of that man for so many years. You know, she left with it before she left. She probably left with a check, and she probably slimed her way through the whole goddamn check. Ever since she got that 30 million, we haven't heard a word from Cassie. She quiet as hell. She over there cleaning out. She done escorted Diddy, son. She said that's extortion. He said you're escorting me. He said that ain't called extortion, it's called extortion. Like, these motherfuckers over here extorting. They come over in this country, they over here extorting, escorting. He escorting too. They escorting and extorting. They doing both. He said you come over here and you're escorting me. That's what Cassie just did to fucking Diddy, bro. She just escorted that nigga and got a new contract. Who knows how long that contract gonna last for? The new contract, but I bet you as soon as that 30 million is gone. Once that shit is out, once that shit is up, she'll be back talking about some other shit he did to her. Like, oh, remember that time when you pissed on me? 15 million. 15 million. He pissed on me. These niggas is doing straight coke. They doing Coca-Cola. And they always acting. This is the face they have when you. That's the face that they have when you ask them if they do it. They be like, "Oh, I'm not doing no coke. You sound crazy. All I do is a little bit of weed and a little bit of wine." And mind you, talking about a little bit of weed, a little bit of wine, when they really doing hard drugs, right? Didn't I tell you they doing hard drugs? They all admitting to doing hard drugs. And at this point, you can't say not one of them not doing no hard drugs. Talking about hard drugs, bro. I mean, talking about wine and a little bit of weed, right? Look at this nigga, Young Pharaoh, bro. What in the? Look at this nigga. Remember when he used to be in shape? This nigga all crooked. Look at him. He all crooked and washed up. Look, he can't even stay in a straight line. He got the little kid. He got the little kid picture in the back. He don't even probably know who kid that is. He just in somebody's house. He just in somebody's crib. Now, mind you, yes, I do still think Cat Williams possibly could be playing the role of Young Pharaoh, because we all know that Young Pharaoh, aka Marshall, is part of the bullshit, right? We all know that he's a part of the bullshit. He's a CIA agent as well. He's a military kid. However he got into it, he's into it, right? Look at this nigga. He all crooked. This nigga's all lopsided. He look like he about to he about to mop the girl floor. His hair look like the part of the mop when you about to mop the floor. He probably didn't want to buy a mop. He probably was like, man, I don't got no money for no mop. And then went upside down and was like, use my hair. Because my hair is fake. And I could just wash it out. Anyway, this nigga Young Pharaoh, just to talk about him. And mind you, you see how Cat Williams got dreads too, right? Once I was saying that Cat Williams was Young Pharaoh, all of a sudden Cat Williams started to morph into looking like, even if he isn't, y'all gotta admit, please, whoever's watching my goddamn YouTube, I gotta admit that when I first started saying that Cat Williams looked like Young Pharaoh, Cat Williams didn't have no dreads, and he wasn't as dark, he wasn't as brown as he is now. His color has darkened. And Cat Williams didn't have any dreads. You can't say, as looking at Cat Williams today, mind you, he just came out with a new skit, and every time he comes out with a new skit, Young Pharaoh's on the move, right? He's on the move. But you cannot say that Cat Williams have not started to literally look like Young, even if you don't feel like he looks exactly Young Pharaoh. Has he not grown dreads like Young Pharaoh? Has he not changed his comedy into conscious comedy? His comedy was all about conscious and Trump, like politics and conscious. Since when Cat Williams comedy is based off of politics and conscious community jokes? Somebody please give me my motherfucking flowers. I want my fucking flowers. I want my fucking flowers. I'll take roses. I'll take a little like a little, put something together. Like if y'all want to like do something, put like whatever. I want roses. I want like a boom. Like I never got like any kind of passenger princess treatment before, so I never got like. Have I gotten? Somebody did give me flowers, and I couldn't bring them in the house with me. I think I was living with somebody, but we weren't like together. And that keeps happening to me. This is not the first time I've lived with somebody and then we were broken up and still living together for like a minute. Like New York is grimy. Like they need to bring the prices down so people can stop that, because that's not right. You literally be living with your ex, and y'all don't even be having no thoughts of reconciling, like not even one thought of getting back together, and y'all be living. It'd be like never gonna happen, never gonna touch this fucking piece of shit ever again in life, right? and be still living together for man long. Like, torture. This is my life in New York. Because that happened to me more than one occasion. Happened to me about 3 times. In my current situation. So 3 times. Remember I started this shit off with a ring? Remember when I started YouTube off the yacht, did I have a ring on my finger when I started? I done have rings on my finger a couple times. And niggas be dead snatching them shits back off my shit's like, the fuck? It's like that ain't the first time that happened either. I done had people give me rings and snatch. Well, the last person that I had a ring, I didn't. I kept it. I wouldn't say that they let me kept it. I kept it because it was like under technicalities of how I got the ring. But this situation, they snatched the ring, pawned it right in my face, and all that. And you be happy to still live with these people. Just pray for people in New York, bro. Yeah, pray for us. But what was I talking about before? I forgot what I was just talking about. I was trying to show y'all. I forgot. But my mouth is starting to get a little chalky, so you already know what time that means. That means it's time for my big mouth to go. Oh, Young Pharaoh. So I wanted to show y'all how Young Pharaoh was in somebody's crib. Now it looked like he back in the trenches. That nigga over here on YouTube making announcements because all that shit he was talking, now he got to be right back in that same neighborhood until he get another crime spree break. He get another scam that takes off again. He got to be back in the trenches again. Now, mind you, upstate Buffalo ain't really the trenches. It's not really the trenches. That's where people that ain't got, like I said, usually Buffalo and stuff, it be filled with like people you don't know who, and then they always try to get regular Negroes and stuff to move all in those areas so you don't really notice the immigrants that be there. You know what I'm saying? Like the white people and the people that really do live there. They try to always get us to scatter around. So usually people that's like on like benefits or whatever, if they try to have if they don't want you to move up to the Bronx, sometimes they try to make you move to upstate Buffalo or whatever, right? Like when you with the benefits and stuff, they force you get me to go to them fucking small piece of shit towns so they could kind of like have us spread it out. They like to have us spread it out all over the place for some reason. So that's why they like to have us on not having jobs, not having opportunities with the banks, not having, because they want us on welfare so they can push us to areas that they don't want us to be in the original areas we always were in, because those areas are the good areas. They want us out those areas. They want to come into those areas and put us in the outskirt areas that they were in, the flood zone, the fucked up areas or whatever. But anyway, Buffalo, New York ain't really the trenches, but it is where you go if you're trying to get some money because there's a lot of drug addicts out there, right? So you could go get, you go do your little out of town, whatever out there. That's what that shit is known for. As far as in the borough cities in New York, Buffalo, New York is really known for just going out of town, getting your little money off the sherm heads, or if they sent you out there because you're on benefits, and sometimes you just got to go wherever the hell they want you to go, or you could continue to wait in your mammy house until they finally come up with a place that you're comfortable going to, which you probably going to take forever. Like your kids going to be grown. Your kids in their career is going to be grown by the time you get a place with the benefits of where you really want to be, because their whole point of them doing that to y'all is because they want to put y'all certain places. They want to put y'all all over the places where their military asses done perch their asses in, and they want to kind of fit in and look normal and spread us where they're at, so they won't stick out like a sore thumb. Anyway, and they want to come in where we're at, and they want to reverse the roles so bad of the living situations. They want to come into the comfortable areas that we originally built, nice and firm, and they want to put us in shitty places that they built on the outskirts where they get all flooded out, don't know what they do. They definitely want to take over those things. So you can tell that the takeover hasn't been that long because they're still taking over. You know what I'm saying? They act like the takeover happened and it's done and this and that. And reality is we're living through the takeover and it's still in progress. So I wanted to show y'all Young Pharaoh telling the little kid. I want to find the video because it's like you can't even believe that's what even was going on. Like you wouldn't even believe that that's what was happening. Unless you actually see the fucking video for it. Like, bro. I want to show y'all all these indigenous people. Like, these people are not from the South. They're not from the 13 colonies. These are not. Please, whoever think that these people are from America, especially from like the East, North, kill yourself, you piece of shit. Stop stealing identity. Stop being thieves, man. Stop being fucking pirates. Get over yourself. Stop doing coke. Stop doing them coca leaves in Colombia, okay? You're not from here, boop bops. Sorry, boopy. It ain't in the stars for y'all. It ain't y'all. Niggas don't even have no curls. None. Straight here, straight as hell. Straight Asian descents. Trying to claim nigga. Trying to claim special American Negroes that's in the church. All these stuff that's built is built off the base of the church. The domes, the church glass. Like, come on. They keep talking about aliens. Oh, the previous civilization did it. The previous civilization was in church too? They was in church. They was forced to go to church like us? Oh, my Jesus. Not saying forced, but you know what I mean. Like, we had to go. You had to go. Because you don't want the devil to take on over you. Don't want to start acting all devilish now. I want to show y'all more herpes lips. These people with their herpes lips. But I don't got no time to go over all of these herpes lips. I wanted to also go over like how these people with their fake stories. A lot of these people were saying that they were starving, they were homeless, they were this, they that, and they really were not. Like Benzino was talking about his daughter was lying about her tragic story. Like, oh yeah, I had to sleep in cars and this and that. It's like, girl, if you slept in a car, it's because you was outside being a hoe. It wasn't because you ain't have a home to go to. Benzino was like, you always had a home to go to. So if you was in the streets in the car, it's because you was probably being a bird. You was probably being a little thot in the street. Not because you was like homeless and you really had, like your family was homeless. You and your family, your moms, your siblings was in the street homeless. You yourself was in a car sleeping because you was probably being disrespectful. You probably want that you started to get into the age of having sex. And guess what? When you all want to smell yourself, sometimes your parent let you go ahead outside and be homeless because they don't want your disrespectful ass inside their house, showing an example of their younger kids that you being disrespectful to them. So sometimes you do go outside and you be acting like you homeless, but that's not really homeless. That's you being a disrespectful kid and you want to be outside in the streets. So anyway, and on top of that, you got to go your ass back home, right? When you felt a little better about yourself or when you wasn't eating that well outside with your friends and you was like, oh, let me go back home. So that don't mean you were homeless. But anyway, a lot of people with their fake sob stories are getting blown up by other people. Like, they never lived a bad life, or oh no, they were always well dressed, or they were the only kid, or a lot of these people that come with their fake little sad stories, and come to find out they come from good families, good backgrounds, good blah 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 blah. But anyway, we all know that these people are whole scams, right? And they sticking with the script. They sticking with them being celebrities. They pretending that they're not from other countries. They're from the South and they're from the American. They're all American Negroes. They stick it to the script. They don't care that we literally know the truth. Everybody is saying it out loud. It's a bunch of fucking YouTube videos and channels that's just like, it's even white people that's like, hey, we are living a lie. But for some reason, they're trying to play a game of aliens. And we all know they are the fucking aliens. And they're just alienated people that's not from fucking here. But, they all playing the game. The game is really kind of over, but everybody's still sticking to the script. No one is really changing the narrative. They're keeping the narrative the same as long as possible. And probably just keeping it that way, right? I don't know. But it's kind of like obvious that they got a lot of explaining to do, but they're not explaining shit. They like, listen, don't ask me nothing. We got all these things is going on. Blueface and is fighting Christian. We got, don't ask me about what happened in history. We gotta figure out why Cassie settled for that money. Don't ask me about history because what else is going on? It's a lot of stupid shit. There's a lot of stupid shit going on. But we gotta focus on that. We can't focus on what the hell happened to you Negroes, and why we pretending that all these black people were getting hung on, all these people who suffered what you suffered. We don't want to talk about that because we got to figure out why. We got to figure out why. Who else is doing something? Like, who else is in the fucking news? I don't know. Bunch of stupid shit. We got to figure out why Keith Lee doesn't like pizza from New York, even though the best pizza's in Brooklyn, and his ass ain't come to Brooklyn yet. Most of the good food is going to be in Brooklyn or Harlem. If you're not in Harlem or Brooklyn, like he's in Manhattan, I already told him that's where the rats and most of the corny ass white, most of the immigrants' first stop is Manhattan. So, unless he's going to Harlem, or he could go to Dykeman, he could go uptown and get some good traditional Spanish or whatever food. But Brooklyn, Harlem, best food, and he want good pizza. Brooklyn, go to like Midwood, go over to Midwood area where the Jews and stuff is at. They got really good pizza over there. But anyway, and New York isn't known for pizza. Like, yeah, New York is known for pizza, but like, I don't know, like people be gassing it, bro. Like New York is known for good Chinese food, pizza, and black, West Indian, and Spanish food. So I don't know what else he's looking for other than that. And most of all that, you gotta find it in Brooklyn. And then maybe possibly uptown. And Harlem and stuff is uptown. You gotta go uptown. You gotta skip Manhattan. Manhattan is just for the tourists. It's like for people that don't know what the hell is going on. Or for upscale restaurants. That's like overpriced. If you go in there, you're gonna be most likely satisfied because they do have good stuff in those like expensive restaurants. Their food is technically good. But anyway, yeah, I was looking for the young Pharaoh thing. So anyway, let me just tell y'all. This is why I tell y'all, because I can't never find nothing. So young Pharaoh was at somebody's crib, and the kid was, I guess, suggesting to eat his oodles and noodles. And I'm literally want to find the fucking video because I think this is it right here. No, this ain't it. He told the kid he couldn't eat the oodles and noodles, bro. Thanksgiving food, and it, mind you, he said Thanksgiving food. That was like 4 or 5 days after Thanksgiving. He told him to still eat that food. Even though that may seem 50 cents or whatever. Nigga said a noodle. These noodles and noodle eaters, boy. They something else. We got 50 cents this beer? Now, did you hear that shit? That shit took me the fuck out, son. That shit sent me to the fucking moon, bro. That shit sent me to the stars and the moon that these West Indians be talking about. Bro, like, he on fucking YouTube, bro, and he literally stops his show to say to the little fucking kid. He literally addresses the kid. He should have talked to the mother first because he was talking to the kid first, and then obviously the mother had to inject because she's the adult in the situation. Him and her is the adults in the situation. She had to inject with young Pharaoh to say, "Hey, talk to me about the oodles and noodles situation." He over there telling the kid. He was having a whole conversation with that kid first, like, bruh, you about to eat that noodles and noodles? He's like, 1 second, kid. He said, that's uncle's. He's the same grimy uncle that they talking about in history that fucking fucked everybody. He's that same kind of uncle. Them West Indians, that Jamaican French, you can see the French and Jamaican in him. Or whatever French. I don't see Haitian, but I see, French descent. Jamaicans are French and English men, half English men, half French, right? That's like what a Jamaican. And when you think Englishman. Sometimes people think white, but I should think American Negro mixed with French black, darker, like, because the Jamaican ain't nothing but black on black on black. You see what I'm saying? It's no white in it. But Let It Jamaica, they said, like, oh, and then Ireland, anyway, we're not going to get into that. I want to stay on that noodle. I want to stay on noodles. So, he told he was on the little kid ass until the mother interjected. He was like, hey, 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 that's Uncle's noodles. So don't eat that. Eat something over there. Look at all that old ass Thanksgiving food. Heat a plate up, right? Now, mind you, if it's 4 or 5 days still Thanksgiving food, that means most likely all the good stuff done been eaten, and that's why most of that shit is still there. Like, nobody wants to eat that. After 5 days, that shit probably ain't none of the good stuff left. You know what I'm saying? It's in there for a reason. But mind you, he suggested it, and the kid still was adamant about eating them oodles and noodles, right? And he went on a whole tangent. Like, oh, no, child, eat something else. He was like, Uncle don't eat meat. So I advise you not to eat them noodles. Now, mind you, Uncle don't gotta eat meat. So that you telling me you don't eat none of the sides? Like the Thanksgiving leftovers that you suggesting to that kid. You telling me it's no rice or no side, like a vegetable or something that you can eat? All of it is just meat on top of meat. Everything got meat in it. So what he suggested didn't even make no sense, because if you suggested that old food for the kid, you could have suggested that old food for yourself, but just leave the meat products out of it, right? But mind you, it's because he wanted them oodles and noodles. And he gonna say to the mother, now the mother done interjected, right? So he telling the mother now, like, you could make him a plate. Look at all that food, whatever, whatever. I only got that oodles and noodles. So she probably looking like, nigga, she probably said in the background, like, nigga, I paid for all of this. My food stamps paid for all of this. The oodles and noodles and Thanksgiving, everything. So my child could eat oodles and noodles. And he probably was looking like, oh, well, it's only 50 cents. Mind you, oodles and noodles is probably 39 cents. I don't even think it's 50 cents. But he like, oh, it's only 50 cents. I got it to spare. So if you got 50 cents to spare, nigga, would you even press the kid like that for suggesting Thanksgiving leftovers? Like, why'd you even press a kid like that for? Mind you, he was standing upside down by the kid's drawing. Like, he's an advocate for the kid in his drawing by doing a little kung fu near the portrait that was hanging on the wall. You act like you an advocate for this kid, like you cool with this kid, but as soon as he touched your oodles and noodles, you pressed him hard. And then you like, oh, well, it's only 50 cents. Bruh, young Pharaoh has fallen all the way off. I hope and pray that he ain't got to kill nobody again, because he had some type of scenario where somebody ended up dead at 16. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he ain't got to put in no more work like that anymore for the Illuminati to, get a blessing again from the devil. But at the same time, I hope that girl that he has, I hope that's his real sister. Something's telling me that's not his family. Something's telling me that it's just another harbor. Like how they say during like the runaway days where they had like the runaway railroad, and it was supposed to be like these certain homes that you could come to. Like, I feel like they have that kind of system still in place for these immigrant type people, where they got homes that they could go to, and it's like a system. Like, we work together here. If you don't have nowhere to go, we got homes that you may could go to, because he done bounce to different little trap houses, or little low, I wouldn't want to say trap, low income homes, where obviously they're not doing that great. He's coming from somewhere where I don't think that was ever his original home. I think that somewhere down the line that was one of his rich friends, that because he was in a good loop at the time when he was living in that home in Texas. He was in a good loop. It didn't look like he got kicked out of that loop and got kicked out of that house. And now he's trying to do the chitlet. He's trying to do the chitlet circuit. I don't know if you ever heard like the chitlet circuit. Like, how celebrities they go on, but like if they're not doing well, they'll end up in the Beacon Theater doing a little sideshow skit. Like, they call that like the chitlet. So I feel like he's back on like the low level end of the community, and he's gonna still have his little people that he can run down and have somewhere to be. But anyway, like I said, like he's like literally like
arguing with kids over like oodles and noodles. So, I just thought that was like a big 360 from, doing all of those. Like, remember when he used to be able to jump up? Remember he was trying to teach Martina how to jump up and kick? Remember he was jumping up and kicking? Now he was sideways hanging on the wall. So, he got a long way to go if he's trying to like, get himself back together. He got a long way to go. Um, but I definitely wanted to touch base on that ooze and noodles situation with that child. And then it just shows you how, these people love ooze and noodles, bro. I don't know why they love that ooze and noodles so much. Um, yeah, I don't know if I got anything really else. I got a lot of stuff in here, but I'm tired. I'm tired. But I wanted to do this. Well, I was talking about how, we don't really need black men to step up no more because y'all it's been a long time of me rooting for y'all and y'all have done shit nothing but the same fucking outcomes and shit. Like it's some black men and stuff that they really doing good jobs. They're on their channels. They're networking with other brothers, and they sounded very intelligent. I just love stuff like that. They're networking on their channels, and they're just sticking through it, and for the long run. Hopefully, they're not doing it for like just for like a payday, but they're really trying to cause hopefully if you're not getting paid for it, eventually, hey, people can't donate to you no more. Hopefully, they'll still continue to do it, but just doing it in general, whether they're doing it for $1 or not, I'm just really happy for those people that's really like getting what we're trying to do and going full throttle and not giving up and still just making sure their voices are being heard, even if it's not showing in a viral sense, like the views are not up there, but they're still going every day. They're still up there every week or whatever, doing their little shows that, they have like that the Aboriginal guy. They have, Kevin Gibbs and Gills. They have the copper colored lady. They have, I would say Dane Calloway, but Dane Calloway is compromised like hell. He's from DC. Compromised, you cannot trust Dane, but at the same time, long as he's not going back to like that before when he was first like he was doing too much like West Indian, Asiatic, Indian looking. He just kept giving us those people, and it's like, bro, you could include those people all you want, but this is about the South, the Southerners. This is not really about the West Indian people what they went through, because we could understand to an extent. But at the same time, they have a voice and they'll say, hey, I'm Trinidadian. They have their culture. They have their history. We're talking about Negroes that are not being acknowledged at all in the South. And like, they know this is our shit and they playing a lot of games like it's some white people or Jewish people shit. So that's a big problem for American Negroes. And we don't got time to focus on other people's struggles from the West Indies or other, from Mexico, whatever happened over there from the, going towards the back of the Venezuela, whatever happened in these times, because we all know that everybody was most likely, it had to trickle down even into those areas. But we want to stick on the primary area that started all the shit and that's a threat to everyone. We want to focus on that and make sure that does not get diminished, forgotten, because that's exactly what the goal is. The goal is not to diminish and get rid of the West Indians or the whatever. What the goal is to make it seem like that y'all not from there and that it's more Spanish, whiter complexion people from like back there, which is not true. So that's the falsity stories that y'all probably will have to fight and say, hey, these Spanish white people and stuff are not the original people from it. It's us. It's the Caribbean. It's the West Indians. It's the black so-called Africans that's really from the back of Mexico and stuff. That's your fight. That's your fight. That don't got nothing to do with American Negroes from the South. But what our fight is something totally different. We have the states. We have trusts. We got money. We have all the infrastructure, all the creations, the things that got stolen from us, the things that were patented and stolen from us, or the ideas and creations that we have. That's something that's totally out of two different leagues of fighting for. Like, for what we trying to get is accomplished here. We're not fighting for civil rights. We fighting for our shit, all our shit back. We want all that Indian giver stuff. We never gave anything. We want it back. That Indian giver, like you gave, you want it back, take it back. That's kind of where we at right now. We want to be an Indian giver. We want to take all the shit back that you thought we gave, that we never gave to y'all. We want to snatch it all back. We want it back. Um, so this very I very am happy, very much happy that we do have some Negroes that are very much into tune. Please keep doing what you're doing, even if it's not really benefiting you, because you got to understand what the end goal is, and it could be a big loss to a lot of people in the world. Okay, these people are third parties to us. Third party means you're outside looking in. They are outside looking in the window, window shopping, wanting to be in here. They want to get inside of Saks Fifth and actually be able to buy something and not steal or something. You know, they are window shopping. They are third parties. They are out of body experiencing watching us. And on top of that, third parties is basically where you give the authority for a third party to even overstep into your business. Like sometimes people hire third parties to work on their behalf. So you got to understand that that's also happening to us as well. They're also playing that third role party of being our overseers and our over our finances, over our the so-called government is just governing our trust. Our fund, they're distributing our shit and then leaving us out of benefiting out of it, and really making other people that don't got none of the direct blood that's the trust for those people's descendants. Those people didn't leave all of that and did all this shit for everybody on the outside to benefit. The same people that they kicked out too. The same people that got the fuck up out of here, you letting them people benefit off of our trust and all of our hard work and everything that's here. Like you gonna let them take grabs at first dibs at all the great stuff and all the good brownstones and all the these brownstones and stuff go for like 15 million, 10 million. That's not doesn't belong to them. That's not their wealth. That's not their you understand what I'm saying? So it's a serious concept to keep the good fight going. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not sure how much we really need a black man to take place. I don't know how much if we need a black man to be like president. I feel like we really need a black sister. We need black women to take control. I know it sounds crazy. We're not talking about the West Indian. Now the matriarch women that's already taking control is those witches, the witch warlock women, those West Indian African. Those women are very dominant. They dominate their men. Those men are more feminine. Those women dominate and whatever. We're not talking about those women. We're talking about black American women that don't play no motherfucking games, and they're birthing kings, and they're raising princes, and they we're talking about those American black women that are very classy, get their work done and do everything, and we're just so graceful and we do everything just so oof, everything is just done so well. We talking about these. We need to just step up and tell everybody back the fuck up, sit the fuck down. And these Negroes, let them like what they like and tell them to sit down, please. And we need to just take control because I feel like black women are like the strongest black women all in general, but Negro women specifically, unfortunately, I'm going to put us in the forefront. We are the strongest specimens in the world, okay? We pick up our slack and our men's slack and our children's slack and our parents slack. We pick up all the slack, bro. For sure. For sure. And we do it well. We do our jobs well. Solita. Like, where was that lady that picture's like Solita, bro? Like, where's that lady that was like, I got a video of her because that shit was funny as hell. What the hell? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find her. She's like, she do everything dodo. She know how to cook. She know how to cook black food, Spanish food. Solita. She do that shit dodo. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find the video. Oh, here she go. Yeah, this is us.
Great handsome. And my pussy wolf.
Okay?
And
She can talk.
Jamaican, African, whatever the fuck.
Hello.
I by myself. That's called Soledad. You know that? Mom got 14 grandkids.
By herself. That's called solita. Okay? She cook whatever the fuck you want. Okay? So yeah, that's the type of shit Negro women is gonna be on. We about to do everything solita. Alright? Let me show you who I'm gonna have on the team. We're gonna have a big roster. The roster is gonna be lit. Okay? Roster lit. We about to take over everything. Tell everybody sit the fuck down. We don't need your help. So, first person that's gonna be on the roster. I can't find nothing. God damn it. God damn. I'm gonna have to do something with my list. My list is like dying, bro. I done licked all the goddamn lipstick off. Yeah, but fucking Young Pharaoh is arguing with that kid for the oodles and noodles. I couldn't. That shit took me out. That shit sent me. He sent me with that one. That sent me. I was like, yo. Like, he dead ass. He could have ran to the store real quick and got another pack of oodles and noodles. That is nuts. That is nuts to bother a kid about oodles and noodles when you could literally run and get another pack of oodles and noodles. That was insane. Okay, so we got the roster right here. Wait a second, I found one. Let me show. I'm gonna show y'all. This is not gonna be in order because the first pick I can't find her yet, but this is gonna be second pick, third pick. So we got her. We're gonna get Shorty right here. This is just a TikToker. She was just showing how she's stronger. She was just showing how she's stronger than black men. What the fuck? She like, oh, I got that. Don't worry. Boom. She came and helped him out. That nigga sat there looking stupid. Now, we got Shorty here too. Now we got these people. So we got Shorty. Now we got these shorties, right? These shorties jumped out of a car. These girls jumped out of a car to beat some guy up. I don't know who the hell. This is on Utica. Mind you, they on Utica and Eastern Parkway. So they right in the hood. And this shit literally be going on all the time over there. They always acting a fool over on Utica. But did you see how Shorty helped him? And then you see how in this one, these two girls jumped out, right? But look, it's a boy in the back, right? Look at the boy in the back. Look how he got out the back. And then the nigga threw something out. He jumped back in the car. The boy that was in the car with the two females he jumped back in the car. The two females fucking this nigga up. They like, shut the fuck up. They throwing shit all over him. They telling homeboy, shut up. They throwing shit on homeboy. They like, whoop, whoop. They like, whoop, whoop. He get tight, right? So now, mind you, a boy tries to get out. This is a boy right here. He tries to jump out. Homeboy throws something at him. He jumps back in the car. Now, mind you, that's what I'm saying. The two shorties could have just had it. He could have just stayed in the car. Like, we had it. Now, here we go, another one. She gonna be on a team. She on a team too. She on a team too. Her man acting up. Her man acting stupid. So here she goes straightening this nigga head out. Like, yo, act right, bro. Act right. What the fuck is wrong with you? He like, I am acting right. And she like, no, the fuck you ain't. So she had to swing on him, right? So mind you, she swung the boom. She smacked this nigga upside the head because sometimes you gotta smack them upside the head to reset them, right? Boom. She grabs him up. He act like he fucking about to swing on her, right? So the guy in the car beeps his horn, right? The guy in the car beeps his horn, right? Let me see. He beeps his horn like, don't hit her. The guy in the car tries to beep his horn when he tried to flinch at her, but mind you, this bitch didn't even flinch. She didn't even flinch. He was like, don't hit her. But mind you, he should have been beeping the horn for the men. Fuck the girl, save the bear. Like, save the men. Fuck saving the female, save the fucking men. Save the bear. He thought he was saving her. No, you need to save him. She had that nigga, him. She had everything under control. Even when he tried to flinch at her, she knew he was about to beat her up. She didn't even flinch. She looked at that nigga like, what? Like, you tried to swing? And then she proceeded to fuck him up some more. She proceeded to continue to put her hands on him. Look, he tried to act like he was going to swing her. He beat this on like, you better not hit her. She wasn't concerned. Look, she wasn't concerned about that. She was looking like, nigga, you really think you going to do it? He flinched at his own self. He tried to make her flinch and he ended up flinching his goddamn self. She put her hands and feet on that nigga, son. Now let's get the top runner. This is the one that's going to take us home. This is the one that's going to help us win the war. And we don't need none of y'all niggas' help. Y'all can sit the fuck down somewhere and go like whatever y'all like. We don't care. We don't need y'all help. We've been waiting. Y'all took too long. Now y'all got all these females out here fighting their lives away, bro. These bitches ain't playing no games. They putting hands and feet on everybody. And this gonna be this the bitch that's gonna take us home. My man. My motherfucking OG, my son. Looking like Dr. fucking Dre daughter. Dr. Dre daughter is going to take us home, bro. Shorty is going to help us win World War III. All black girl lineup. We don't need none of y'all help. Shorty is taking it home with her. We going to get Shorty. We don't need none of y'all help. Check it out. Check it out. We don't need none of you niggas help. Check it out. Look, she got out the way. She knew what time it was. She's like, look, I'm not going to get my head bust upside the head just because I'm in the way. Shorty about to take off. She about to take off. She like, look at her eye. Look at Dr. Dre daughter. She going to take it home for us. Now, mind you, I don't mind fighting nobody. I'll fight anybody. But when it came to this bitch, I'm definitely getting a weapon. Like, you dumb? And I'm a still fighter. I'm not backing down off no one. I grew up with all boys, so I'm not backing down from no fucking body. But what I would do is get something in my motherfucking hand for that bitch. I'm having, you already know back in the days, nickels ain't backing down for nothing, but we're going to get some nickels. We're going to get a sack of something in our motherfucking hand, bitch. Yeah, so we don't need you niggas. We good. Did we see her fight? Did we see her? What happened to the fight? No, because I had that fight. Look at her winding it up. Look at her winding that shit up, bro. Like, hell no, son. We don't need your help. Look at Shorty wind it up. She winding that shit up. Winding it up, bro. When somebody do this, that means she know how to fight from the 90s. Like, this is the 90s. She about to put on something. She about to put on something nasty on you. She about to put some nasty work on you, bro. When people be doing this or whatever, that's some 2000. When niggas is winding it up and getting them arms ready, that's like 90s and shit. Like, that's back in the days when people used to really put in a lot of work without even thinking about a weapon. People wasn't thinking about weapons because these were weapons. These were weapons back in the days. These ain't weapons really like that no more. The steam has cooled down. But back in the days, winding these shits up like this, doing any of this or any kind of action like that, they about to put in some serious fucking fury. The fury is gonna come off them fists. Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of headbangers going on. Like, they're not even planning on pulling your hair. Like, they planning on it's gonna be the fist of fury. We don't need you niggas' helps no more, but we do appreciate your time and your efforts. We will hopefully have some type of like package for you guys on the way out. We enjoyed your time while we had y'all guys. And yeah, like, we'll see you. We'll see. We'll come back. We'll come back for you. We'll see some of you. Some of you motherfucking niggas gotta go to Mexico where you like everything. You like everything Mexican? Then go on, hit that border and eat your South burrito over there. Don't bring no Southwest burrito over here to open up a truck and make money off of us. We tired of y'all. Stop bringing all these people in here for them to make money off of us because we like to eat. Please leave us alone. But we don't need you niggas help no more. We'll let you know when we done. And we'll let certain niggas know if they could come back in here or not. Because we gonna handle this. Let us handle this. I already showed you the lineup. Let us handle it. We not flinching. If we not flinching at no Negroes, we damn sure not flinching at no other races. Like, we not worried about no Indian. We not worried about no Russian, no Asian. She looking at that nigga like, he was like, don't hit me. He was like, I'm gonna hit you. But then he thought about it and was like, bitch, don't hit me. Don't hit me. I was going to hit you, but then I thought about how you hit. And this bitch was on him. She was like, nigga, I ain't about to play with you today. She already tapped him upside the head a couple times. Didn't I tell you you gotta reset them niggas? Like, just reset them. Like, you're not thinking right. Got to be your fucking brain not working. Gotta shake that shit up in there. You know, gotta hit that shit a couple times and bell on that shit. Get that shit together. But yeah, I'm gonna end it on that note. Like we're here. We did appreciate you guys, but we're gonna take it from here and we're gonna get some shit done. Okay, we're gonna get some shit done. Nobody's coming over here without us putting hands and feet on them. And mind you, y'all gotta give it to black women, black American women, or possibly West Indian women. I'm not putting African women do not behave that way. The majority of them, if they are poor and stuff, they more quiet than they are physically fighting. Only people that's physically fighting is American Negro women for sure, and West Indian women for sure. And because they are like the next descendants from us, so they get it from our asses. And but we just not as negative as them. We know how to chill. They don't know how. They don't got no chill. Them West Indians don't got no. They gonna want to fight again and again and bring hatchets and stuff. American Negroes know how to fight and then kind of like be like I see you and we good, possibly, as long as you don't do that again. Anyway, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We could be forgiven or whatever. But you got to give it to Black American women. I'm not saying give it to them, but we are the number one fighters of the world. We are the number one people that are going to be fighting. We are the first bitches to fight. We fighting over everything. We fight over every fucking thing. That's why I don't really hang with females, because I know eventually it's going to end up in a fucking fight, which has happened with every female I ever hung with. Every female I ever hung with, it end up in a motherfucking fight, bitch. Like, because I don't care. And they don't care either. And then we just don't have to fucking care. And it ends up like this. But anyway, we are the number one fighters in the fucking world. Don't know why. But that's probably why our men were the best fighters in the army and stuff like that. Because we get stomped. So we stop. We get stomped. We fight whatever the fuck we want. We get stomped. But I'm going to say one more thing, because I've been wanting to say this for a while, but I kept skipping over it. I just wanted to talk about Lake Lanier. You know that I brought Lake Lanier up when Kwame Brown, that basketball player guy, I haven't been seeing him in my algorithm in a long time. So he must have gotten his throne swept. You know, he must have gotten his a lot of views. I bet you if I go to his channel, his views is not as big as they used to be, because I don't see him in the algorithm no more. He doesn't come across my feed, which means that the higher uppers have taken him down, you know, demoted him a little bit. But remember when he was talking about Lake Lanier, he was promoting Lake Lanier like it was such a nice place. And then something told me that Lake Lanier was not a nice place, because I know what kind of games these people play with us, right? Whatever they suggest to us is never nothing good for us. So once I did research on Lake Lanier, I was like, wow, I put out there like, yo, Lake Lanier is some place that everybody's dying and da-da-da-da. I'm the first fucking one that really talked about Lake Lanier. And after I talked about Lake Lanier, a lot of people was talking about Lake Lanier. Then there was a lot of studies. Everybody started talking about it. Was even on the Shade Room. They started talking about Lake Lanier. And I'm like, bro, I was the first one to talk about Lake Lanier, bro. About how bad it was and how the people were dying. It was a city under there. They flooded us, whatever. nobody else was saying. Like, he was suggesting for people to go to Lake Lanier if you could afford it, because he was acting like he all that. But anyway, I was shocked to find out that Usher's son. You remember when Usher had a son that drowned? Remember he had a son that drowned? Come to find out his son drowned in Lake Lanier. That shit, I was like, yo, do people know that? That, remember when Usher's son died and got drowned? It was in fucking Lake Lanier? I was like, wow. That changes the whole drown. That drown just turned into like a homicide. Like, that drowning just turned into like a homicide. Like, I know it was probably labeled as an accident, but now, like, knowing that his son died and drowned in Lake Lanier, it sounds like a fucking homicide, bro. Like, they sacrificed that little boy. And of course, 9 times out of 10, something like that probably was going on. But, but I just wanted to bring that up. I was like, bro, I've been trying to bring that up for mad long, but I kept forgetting I'm like, damn, I keep forgetting to bring up Lake Lanier and Usher's son drowning in Lake Lanier. That's crazy, right? And mind you, everything I ever brought up, I used to just say shit blindly. I used to just say stuff blindly. And everything that I have said came out into big platforms. Everything I've said, everything I talk about, remaking of movies that I talk about, making movies of concepts that I've given, every celebrity that I talk about, like P. Diddy, all these people, they all get in trouble now about the underage sex slave, like everything I said. I've even pinpointed names, bro. I even gave names. People died, gone. People that threatened me, dead, gone. Same scenarios. And a lot of these people fake dying and stuff, so they didn't want to end up having this being told about them. Look at the guy from I'm not gonna be able to find this shit, man. I'm pissed off that I can't find everything that I be wanting to find. The guy from Fast and Furious. The guy from the Fast and Furious, what was the white guy name? And he was good looking too. He was real good looking. That white guy. What was his name? Now, I'm not into white people, but my favorite white guy, if I was to have to date any of them, would be Brad Pitt and Dennis, Ryan Gosling. Those are the only 2 white boys that I would mess with. And I messed with a white guy before in life, only one white guy in my life, and he was Greek. And he looked just like Tom Cruise. So, but he wasn't my type. He wasn't my type. So I don't like Tom Cruise, but I don't think Tom Cruise is ugly. But those are the only 2 white boys I like, is Brad Pitt and Ryan Gosling. And Ryan Gosling won me over because in that movie, The Notebook, which is like one of my favorite movies of all time. I love The Notebook. I think The Notebook is based off of like the Bible and stuff, when like the book was written for you to remember what But anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. But when he was in The Notebook, and it was like this scene where he was carrying Rachel McAdams back to the bed or whatever. Her name is biblical. Rachel McAdams. We're gonna have to. I'm just saying Ryan Gosling. But anyway, he was carrying her back to the bed, and I think they was coming out of the rain, and you could see he literally had to be mixed with like black or something, like, because it was like, what? You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But anyway, moving on. So now Ryan Gosling won a spot, because it used to be just Brad Pitt and Denzel on my list. I don't like nobody else. Brad Pitt, Denzel. Tupac. You want me to put it in order? It's Tupac, Denzel, Brad Pitt, Chris Brown, right? But Chris Brown could literally fall off the list if he wants to, because I don't like how he turned into like a good-looking drug addict. He's still very good-looking, but it's obvious he is not pacing himself. He's not pacing himself with the drugs. He's just taking it all in. You know what I'm saying? And rushing the drugs. He needs to pace it. He needs to take a break here and there so he doesn't look like, but he looks like it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be acting like he's going to be on the list and he looks like he can't close his nose for a day. You know what I'm saying? But he could be on the list if he wants to. But he don't have to either. But Tupac, Denzel, Brad Pitt. But Ryan Gosling slid in there after that movie. And I always thought Ryan Gosling was like, it's something about him. But that movie put him on the fucking list. Like, he's on the list. But anyway, other than that, the guy from Fast and Furious, he's very, very attractive guy. He's a very attractive guy. But he's not on my list. Everybody can't be on my goddamn list, okay? The list is closed. And I'm talking about not like my type or somebody. I'm just talking about like people that like I put on like, how people like, oh, Halle Berry, whatever. Like that's just like my list for that. Like that's like my little list. Like, okay, these people lit. Like if I had a pass or something, like I'm not even in no relationship. But if I was in a relationship and you had like a pass, that'd be my list. Like, bro, you getting cheated on. Sorry, I'll make it up to you. Please, let me have my day. Okay? Let me have my fucking time. But I can't find the guy. I'm gonna go over Trayvon Martin. I had a video. I got a video. Some guy did a video on Trayvon Martin and Kanika. I'm gonna do Kanika, and I'm not gonna erase these videos. I'm gonna keep the Kanika and the Trayvon videos, and we're gonna. That's gonna be my next conspiracy video on those fake ass stories. We're gonna get into it because everybody now knows those stories are fake. Trayvon Martin is Haitian. Kanika Mother'num is I believe Jamaican. I believe they were Jamaican. So we're gonna get into those conspiracy stories because that shit was crazy. But I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna save those videos. I'm and try to talk about it next time because I'm not gonna get into that today. But I did want to. But you know what white guy I'm talking about that died, the Fast and Furious guy. I can't find a video. He died in a car crash or whatever. But right before he died, he was dating. He was 33 years old. He was dating a 16-year-old girl. He was dating a 16-year-old girl before he died. So I'm pretty sure this nigga faked his fucking death. And he ain't really dead. Just like Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons did not fake his death, but he cashed all his money in. He don't have no American money. He cashed all his money in and moved to Bali or something like that and got all his money, all his wealth in Bali now. So can't nobody sue him, come for his money, do all that stuff that's going on or whatever. So Russell Simmons is trying to avoid, just like a lot of people that's faking their deaths or going back deported. Some of these people getting deported because they can't pay for a lawyer to get them out of these court things. Whatever they go to court for, if they don't got enough money, like Bill Cosby, Jay-Z, if they don't got this money to get them out of these situations that they're not telling us about, these court cases or whatever, then they either could fake their death, probably really get killed, fake their death and get deported, or get the hell out the country so you don't have to face your judgment day. So anyway, I already came to the conclusion of that because now when you start to really think about stuff, you can really start piecing a lot of things that we've been talking about for these last 2 or 3 years together, and it starts to make you could kind of like start to explain things better because it's starting to make more sense. A lot of shit that they used to tell us, it never made no sense because a lot of stuff they tell you, none of those things are accurate. They give you stories that lead you to roadblocks on purpose. But when you start to research and get these you start to see ain't no roadblocks. Now this shit's starting to make sense. Oh, this make more sense. So you gotta literally do your research and get your own truth because they're giving you bits and pieces, and that's why you're so confused. You gotta take those bits and pieces, do research, and get the real truth, and see it ain't no roadblocks. Like it ain't no like you're not gonna be that confused when you get the real story. The real stories make a lot more sense. It's like, oh, that makes sense. The shit they were telling me before they make no sense, but this makes more sense. And that's why it's hidden. That's why the truth has to be revealed. It's hidden. But and it's hidden in plain sight. And so you don't believe it's the truth because it's right in your face. So it's like you would think, how can I miss that? That's what magic. And let's tie it all together because I didn't really talk about magic, but let's tie it all in together with the title. That's what magic is all about. It's about showing you something that your eye don't catch, showing you bullshit, scamming the shit out of you because you're not paying really attention. Because I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this and you didn't catch the scam. So that's what it's all really about. So you got to catch the scam and then boom. Now once you slow it down and you see how the magic trick was performed, you can't get tricked with that magic trick no more because now you're catching it. Like you ever been taught a magic trick and it's like you can't trick me. No, that's why they don't never like you to see that. They don't never want you to reveal those tricks because once you see it, it's easy. It's like, bro, you can't trick me with that no more. Now I see I see that string. I see, you know what I'm saying? Like now you see what you weren't seeing before that the naked eye wasn't catching. So anyway, I'm gonna end it with that note. And what I was saying about the guy from Fast and Furious is that I believe that he faked his death because he was probably going to be also in this realm of the adult act or whatever they opened up. That's now I believe closed now. I believe that a lot of people was jumping ship because he probably would have definitely ended up on that list with that 60-year-old girl who was smashing out. And a lot of people don't want to go down as being remembered as that. So a lot of people are faking their deaths, doing stuff so they don't, or I don't know if they're letting them choose that as well. I don't know if they're facing judgment and letting them choose to say, hey, instead of me outing you as a pedophile, drug addict, this and that was human trafficking and doing all this nasty stuff, because that's usually how they are even in the realm of these people, of this 1%, whatever, like these CIA, they all get to do whatever the fuck they want, right? So, but they don't let us know that. They put on these cookie cutter characters. So, you know, instead of going out and messing up that legacy, that love that the people from here has for them, the suckers have for them, they rather just say, hey, let me go ahead and die, or, you know, kill me for real, or let me die, pretend die. On paper, I'm dead in America, but I'm going back to my country to be, you know, G Herbo, and, you know, be like, with the dog, like, because, you know, he doing scams, they all doing scams, you know what I'm saying? You got, oh, they G Herbo so rich, too. These people are so rich, but they could go to jail for being rich. Like you became rich and you could go to jail for it. You're not really that rich. You really ain't that lit. You ain't that lit if you rich, but you could go to jail and they could snatch or they could seizure all of it back. Like anyway, but that's part of they know that that's part of the game because they come into these countries like because look what they doing. They over there partying with a dog biting their ankle on cement. Got their bare feet in cement in their homes. They living in cement cribs. If the ground shake just a little bit, if anybody try to do the Harlem shake inside their cribs, you get hit with a block of cement on your head. So yeah, they come over here knowing that if they come here doing all this stuff and doing these scams or doing all this mafia, you know, whatever they doing in the backgrounds, these drug trafficking, human trafficking, they come on those kind of, you know, they know what can happen, what repercussions can happen to them, but they still take those chances. They still do a deal with the devil because they rather not be going with the dog hungry, they hungry. They living in cement block homes. Like, please, please, please. Who they fooling? Who they fooling? They can't fool the original. And that's why they don't want me up here. That's why my views be so fucking low. How the fuck my views could be so low, but I'm catching people, like, I be like, yo, like, remember the last live that I did, I was talking about somebody who almost hit me in a car and the crazy, and I called her a dyke, But the proper term, dyke is like the proper term is stud. I think they call them studs or something like that. They're like, oh, they call stud that. So excuse me. The stud tried to come out and be a dud. She tried to be a stud and tried to attack me because she was speeding up. She tried to turn the speed and almost hit me, but didn't hit me because I backed up. But mind you, a week after I said that, right? Remember I gave that story about almost getting hit by a car because they were speeding past a red light. A week later, a Chinese lady in Brooklyn, I don't know if y'all saw it on the news, but a week later after I did it, a Chinese woman in Brooklyn got hit by a car and died. The same way I was I was like, because the person said that if they hit the light, they tried to make the light. So instead of like slowing down, that's if that Chinese, you could tell that Chinese lady not from America, from New York especially, because it happened in Brooklyn and it happened in Brooklyn, not too far from where I live. It happened going down, I think, towards Bensonhurst or whatever. But it's like she must have not been from New York because you already know if it's a yellow light, do not try to cross that street. Like if it's a yellow light, now mind you, when I was crossing, it was been a red light. She was coming from around the corner and speeding. So it been was a red light. It wasn't just turn. It been I'd give it a second. I'd be like, let me give it 3 seconds of red light, then let me, because people be trying to hit the red light. So you gotta give it some time, especially over in the area I live. The Caribbeans don't know how to drive. The Caribbeans be flying like they in Speed Racer. Up and down avenue, whatever. Avenue A to Z. They flying up these goddamn blocks. So I never cross the street. I always watch both ways, take my time. And the girl, the Chinese lady, I guess she thought that she could cross the light because, the light was turning red. This person speeding, trying to catch that light. Boom, hit her, she dies. So I just thought that was weird because I'm like, bro, that doesn't happen often. People don't just get hit by a car, especially in New York, and get killed. Especially a week after, the same exact way that I explained how the girl tried to race the light and hit me. And then a week later, in my area, a girl gets hit by a car because the person was racing the light and hit her. I just swear that they are just like running with anything I say. They just running with it and making it come into existence. And if that's not true, then I don't know. Every time I come back up here, I have like let's recap. I got a recap story. Like, let's recap because the recap means they still stole and they put it out there, but my views is low as fuck. It's like, how is my views this low, but y'all stealing everything I say? Who the hell is watching me? Like, who the hell is watching me where y'all can take what I'm saying and then put it on, or it can actually happen, or these storylines of me talking about sex lives and this and that, it comes to reality where you can actually see it and say, Candace wasn't fucking lying. Candace was saying all that stuff. Remember when Candace was saying they were sex eggs and then I was talking a mile a minute. Now you can actually see it on TV out their own fucking mouths. But my views is low as fuck. It's like, boy, but I already knew that the American Negro will never get a platform. They will never provide a nigga like me a platform unless I marry in or I do some crazy ass weird shit that I have declined already and said no to. Or things that if I would have said yeah to those little things, it's like, okay, you're not in yet. That's just level one. It's like Young Pharaoh said, it's levels to this shit. So what was it? He had like 6 chef levels. He done shit 5, 6 different times with the aliens. He done got shifty 5 or 6 times with them aliens, bending over, taking the pain. I don't like pain. Hey, they say we like pain. I don't like pain. I said no every time to the crash dummy offers. The crash dummy offers was a fucking no for me. And I still said, you know what? I'm still going to do whatever I want. I'm still going to pursue entertainment and pursue, as I am. Or solita. Okay? But Dolo. But I do hope you guys like my content. I do hope you guys like that. I swear I'm going to take calls again. I know I took calls for that short period of time. And thank you so much for who called in. I am going to start taking calls again. But I really thought I would have a PC. When I took those calls, I thought I was going to get that PC that following time. Like I was going to be next live. I was going to have my little PC. That did not happen. So that's why, like, I did not intend on taking calls on my laptop, and I don't really want to take any calls on my laptop because and the course that I took was great, but I really want all kinds of calls. I want like calls that's going to debate. I want all kinds of calls. So when I do get those kind of calls, like for debate and stuff, I do want to be able to utilize my laptop and be able to show and debate properly. Like, look at this, look at that. What do you think about that? I cannot do that on this laptop. So that's why I'm not really doing a calls in because I want to be PC closer, being able to maneuver on my windows. You know, I'm be able to go back and forth on my windows without it glitching. So I really want a better setup. I continue to come up here, and that's why I come up here like it takes like a while now because I'm not satisfied with my laptop. You see what I'm saying? So it's like an ongoing situation with this laptop. So once I upgrade, hopefully it'll be more content. Hopefully, and of course not hopefully, but I will be taking calls, and I'll be up here more often, and it won't be like every month or so like how I've been doing. I've been just showing face because I don't want to like just leave the page and then come back 3-4 months later because I feel like my views are not high enough to just take a oasis, like just to take like a long vacation like that. Or not even saying vacation, but to wait until I get something, which I don't even know when. So I do try to keep, coming up here and just working with what I have and trying to hopefully have you guys stick with me with the way I'm trying to go with, with the agenda or, the direction I'm going in, the narrative that I'm going in. So I hope you guys can stick with me until I'm able to really get a good, decent setup and have a better interaction with the people that do come here and, kick it with me. And I don't like to say you guys are like, I like to say you guys are my friends. I will hope you guys are my friends because it's like, this is like not TikTok or Instagram. On my Instagram and TikTok, I be goofing around. I just take pictures. I play around. But on here, this is more of like, yo, we got to really like touch base. We got to really like understand and get some things talked about. Like this ain't for fun. This is real discussions, real topics, real time. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope everybody is on that same page with me. But yeah, I had a good time here. I always love to be here, seeing all the comments. Seeing all the comments keep me going. I have been not very interacting with the comments because I know that being away for so long and me trying to get as much done as fast as I can because I want to do this as fast as possible. I didn't even want to be here up so long, but I knew it was going to take long because I haven't been here for long and a lot of stuff happened. So it's like, I'm going to be here for you. So it kind of scares me from coming up here because it's like, Dad, I don't want to be up here for 3 hours. I don't, so it scares you. So it's like, you know what? Let me just get up here and do it. And then when I get up here and try to do it fast, it kind of makes me forget the chat. Because it's like I'm trying to do it fast. And you know what I'm saying? So I do apologize for that because it's rude. You guys are up here keeping me going. And it's not that hard to interact. I did interact a little bit. But I do want to like read all the comments. And when I do get off here, I do read. Like I skim through all the comments before I end and take off the stream. So I do read all the comments after the live. I do skim through it all. Just to see what everybody was saying. And then sometimes I get upset because I see comments that I'd be like, oh, I wish I would have said this comment, But anyway, it's going to get better. It gets greater later. Stick with me if you want, Hopefully everybody will benefit off of it eventually, of the work that we're doing. Hopefully we'll be able to benefit off of, just, trying to do the good Lord's work, okay? And we all know doing the good Lord's work is no compensate, is no money in it. But we do get the blessing. And who knows what the blessing will be. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, like, share, subscribe. I love you guys so much. I probably won't see y'all till the end of the month. Sometime during the Christmas, New Year's, or possibly after. because I might not come. Because if I do come back up, it'll be in between Christmas and New Year. It'll be that last week. But I might not come up that last week. I might come up like the beginning of January. But you already know I'm a January baby. Even though my birthday is canceled this year, I am still probably going to, probably, who knows, come up here, do something, go up, do something. I probably do something. But I'm trying not to do nothing because I have other plans that I got goals. But, we'll see what happens. But like, share, and subscribe, guys. Until next time. Later. Mm. Oh,